And we are live. Welcome everybody to Reboot Round, episode 2, your number one spot for everything Fortnite related, comp, news, content, and casual. Today we have, as usual, the trio of hosts. My name is GoLiveMike. We have Mr. BJPlaysPC and Mr. InHocRetro today, and that rounds out your trio of hosts. Make sure to follow us on all social media platforms we happen to be on. Boys, what's good?
What's up? What's up? How are we doing today, chat? So excited for episode 2.
Episode 2, gang.
You know what I was thinking about actually is that there are so many podcasts that start and they don't make it past the first episode. And so each episode we get through, by the time we get to, I think it's episode 15, we're in the top 1% of podcasters because people don't go past episode 15. Generally, podcasts die before episode 15.
Damn.
You know, so if I'm not top 1% on Fortnite, I can at least be a top 1% podcaster. That's, you know,
let's go, dude.
Oh man. Dude, so did you guys get anything for Prime Day?
Ooh, no, listen, I'm beyond broke right now after I went on that OKC trip. So I've opened the app once and yeah, I'm never opening it again or else I'm actually gonna go in debt like crazy. So I'm trying not to get anything. It's so bad because I wish I could, but no, I can't.
Dude, no, my mom, there was like, I don't know which day was Prime Day, but I just know today. I don't know if it was today or not, but there was like 3 different sets of UPS trucks that came through.
Ooh, somebody's spending money.
Mom and Amazon go together very well.
So because of our conversations about your mic, Retro, and like setting up that microphone,
yeah.
I've decided I'm going to go and get a new microphone. That's what I was going to bring up to you, BJ. But I'm finally upgrading, dude. I'm so excited. I'm going to be getting a Logitech Blue Sona. It's like an XLR mic, a super cardioid XLR mic, which is typically at $350. But the deal I'm getting is going to be $165, dude. I'm so excited.
Oh wow. No,
yeah, that's crazy.
Oh my gosh. That's gonna be a lot of fun. I don't know much about that microphone. Does it require the mixer and stuff that you have and everything like that?
So
it's like an XLR mic, right?
It is. I do need to go out and get a mixer. But what's nice about everybody trying to get into streaming right now is, you know, actually it's kind of mean maybe to say, but there's a lot of people that fail at trying to stream, but they go out and spend like $1,000 on equipment. And so this is why I always say, go on the Facebook Marketplace and look for the gear that you want, because this is an unopened Logitech Blue Sona. Unopened. It literally still has the seal on it. And the guy was like, hey, I was going to start streaming, but I just ended up not having the time to get started. It was too daunting of a task. So now I'm just selling everything off. And I'm like, dude, $200 discount for a pro level microphone. That's pretty nice.
I would take that in a heartbeat. Yeah.
Poor Blue Yeti, dude. This thing's stuck around for like 8 years now and it's got to go away.
You're going to have to frame it or put it on a shelf and, you know, have it admired and everything.
Yeah. The legendary slit pop filter, that's going away too. Poor guy.
We'll have a mini GoLiveMike museum with all his old peripherals and everything.
I'll be in a museum sometime soon.
Yeah, exactly. So it'll work. It'll work out perfectly.
Oh gosh. Well, before we started this, I was watching both of you guys stream together playing Reload. And how many kills did you end up getting? 50.
That one game we had 54, didn't we?
I don't even remember. I was kind of just autopilot.
I think it was 54.
And
something like that. I trust his judgment better than mine.
And people wonder why the casual player base is leaving. You menace. You guys are menaces.
My bad. Yep. Yep. I can't even say anything because I understand. I know why they're leaving because of that.
I think every ranked reload game we played today, BJ, besides like one, we were over 40 kills.
I mean, yeah. I mean, let's keep this in mind, chat. We were in lower elo. We were helping out a friend. So I don't know if that justifies that, but that's what was going on.
So what you're saying is you were smurfing then? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Oh man. But no, you remember in the ranked reload speed run, we got an 89 kill win. That was our PR.
I don't like. I edited that whole like video, and I still can't believe that happened. I don't understand,
either, dude.
No, I don't know what's going on.
I don't think any of us missed maybe more than 2 shots apiece.
Man, that brings me back. Actually, smurfing brings me back to when Siphon was introduced, and also glider redeploy was introduced. I don't know. Did you guys play the game a lot during that time? But
that was probably one of the best times I played from what I remember.
Everybody was just chasing 40 and 50 bombs in like solo squad pubs. It was crazy.
I remember that period.
Good times.
Fun. I didn't like it because I was trying to get 40 bombs. I liked it because I could get away a little easier. Or I could skybase and, you know, I'd be completely fine if I got chopped out.
Yeah. Yeah. That was during one of the Fortnite summer skirmishes, I think, where Nick Merckx and Ghost Aiden were teamed up, and they ended up, there was like a challenge where whoever had the most amount of eliminations in a certain amount of time during the tournament got like the make it rain bonus. And I think they both earned like 50K just off of like that one section of the tournament.
Yep. I remember what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Don't mind me, dude. Just bringing up old memories.
Dude, Ghost Aiden, Nick Merckx was one of the funnest duos to ever watch.
Yeah.
The owners of Tilted Towers.
It's like, I don't know. It's kind of crazy to think about where comp used to be versus where it is now, because back then, I mean, controller aim assist was way stronger. Controller players did really, really well in tournaments. And now I think under 5% of all grand finals players play on controller. And it just seems like, I mean, now that the aim assist buff has came into the game, I feel like it's helping them maybe, but I don't know. Have you guys seen a huge difference in like your audiences that play on controller talking about how it's easier at all?
They would have to make it so. They would have to make it exponentially stronger for controller to be relative again, just because of how PC players have evolved on keyboard and mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. When I have a discussion with viewers about controller or anything, I don't know. I always kind of like tell them like, I don't know anything about controller. I played controller. Maybe my total playtime on controller is like maybe 5 hours, maybe. So it's like, I don't know much about it, but I always hear what they say, and you know, they're always like, consider going to KBM, and I'm always just like, yeah, I mean, I think it's a good time to go to KBM. I don't know how strong controller is or anything like that, but there are still good controller players out there, so it's not like it's not viable. But I don't think it's going to be competing with KBM on average.
Part of me kind of wants to see controller players back into the swing of comp.
I think it'd be hard, dude. It'd be so hard to get people to swap back to controller, or just to get controller comp players to play again.
I feel like I like personally, my bad. I think it was a little easier back in the older seasons because people weren't as quick, right? So it was like other things besides aim, like mechanics and stuff like that, was kind of overcompensated with good aim and stuff like that. But I feel like nowadays, especially at the top end of things, KBM players are just so much faster, and they can do a lot more things. Like they can execute a lot more things a lot quicker than like the average top controller player. So like that gap has widened, in my opinion. But again, I'm no expert on the subject, but that's what I would assume from like sitting from afar, watching how literally 99% of the top players are playing on KBM.
Yeah, there were really good players back in the day, like Leshy from EU, like Reet, obviously,
crazy.
Unknown Army. Like there were a lot of good controller players. But what I remember is that everybody that qualified to World Cup didn't do well that were on controller. Do you think it was because of the Cronus Zen?
Yeah, I was about to say it's because none of them could plug their Zen in.
Every good controller player is a cheater. Every one of them. Chat, don't hate me. Every one of them is a cheater.
Bro, the Chapter 2 controller era was by far the most cheated era in Fortnite, even compared to now.
You really think so?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no questions asked.
Because I feel like back then, most of the cheaters were controller player because of the Zen. But nowadays, you have all these PC players playing on their Temu Discord link cheats, you know what I mean? And then you still have controller players that are cheating as well. Plus the DMA, dude. I feel like cheating in the like even in Chapter 5, cheating was pretty bad.
Chapter 5, yeah. Chapter 5 cheats were terrible.
No, I remember.
Actually, I retract my statement then, yeah, because I think Chapter 5 was the all-time high for cheats.
Oh, he's not standing on business, Chad. Oh, what is he doing?
No, because I forgot about how bad cheats were in Chapter 5.
No, I just remember in Chapter 5, especially with solo Vic Cups, because, dude, chat, I don't know, whoever's in chat who was watching me during that time, that was like where I put like my blood, sweat, and tears into, because I was like, hey, I might be able to earn for once, you know? And I was like, I remember there were so many tournaments that I would literally be on the cusp of qual. I'd be like maybe like 11K or 10.5K when qual is 10K, or when qual was 5K, I was like 5.5K. And then, you know, we would stop. And then the next day I'm in qual, but it doesn't matter anymore because everyone that was banned off of, like, because of they were cheating. That's something I always hated in Chapter 5 is I hated that, like, you couldn't get somebody who was cheating out mid-tournament. And we had to wait for the scoreboard to finalize and then run the finals. And then after that, we're like, okay, we're punishing him, because it just took away so many opportunities for a lot of people.
Yeah. Dude, that was some of my favorite times watching your stream, was those solo Vic Cup streams. Because, dude, you were locked in and you were moving.
No, it was a lot of fun. I say this a lot. I've had a couple of my viewers come in because obviously recently I'm not doing anything competitive. The last thing competitive I did was 6-2, I think. 6-2, I played like the trio FNCS for a little bit, but we weren't like crazy locked in during that time. The one thing I say is that I just missed when Fortnite, it felt like Fortnite was giving everybody a chance, no matter like your skill level or anything. Everyone had a chance to get that first earning, because that's a special moment, you know. I remember when you posted that video, Mike, where you were like, earnings are overrated, and then I had that conversation with you. I was like, I don't look at it like that. I look at it like a trophy, you know, because next thing you know, I get the 100. I'm spending that 100 on my cat. It's all gone next day, you know. So the money's not important to me. It's just being able to say, like, you know, I reached the pinnacle of what people think of Fortnite sometimes, and that's to be able to earn. I feel like that's not there anymore, especially because all the money tournaments are console right now, and then Div 1, and, you know, only the best of the best are in Div 1, and there's no, like, it's hard to, it's gate kept, in my opinion. It's hard to earn at this point of Fortnite's history.
I stand on business with that take, dude. Like, I agree with your perspective on it. Getting earnings and getting that like trophy in a sense, 100% totally agree with that. I think if you're playing comp, that should be your goal. But I think a lot of people get lost in the fact that they think that there's some sort of amateur semi-pro player on their way to fighting Peterbot and Clicks in grand finals, and then they develop an ego. That's the thing that makes me the most upset when it comes to the earnings conversation or the comp conversation, is how it relates to people's ego, dude.
Oh,
hey,
yeah, 100%.
Listen, maybe you're good. Maybe in your mind you think you're good, but in the grand scheme of things, you're bad. You just are. And that's okay. We can all be good at our own level, and you can be the big fish in the small reload lobby. But like, you got $100 earned and you want to like blow up your head to the point where you think you're one of the best players in the region. You're not, buddy. You're just not.
Yeah, I mean, I think going back to that point, I think there were a lot of people that, you know, would get their first earnings, and it did create this level of illusion. If you're a big comp head and you understand how comp works and you understand how FNCS and all the top players are, you understand there's levels to it.
Yeah.
I feel like when every now and then, like one of your friends would get that $100, you kind of just forget about it. You're like, oh my gosh, he's gonna be able to compete. Like you put him on a good team, he's gonna be able to compete with the best of the best. Purebot Poyo, they're not gonna like. I understand that take. It makes a lot of sense, especially in a game like Fortnite where most of the pretty good comp players are on the younger end, and ego. At least if I were to earn money at that age, like let's say like I'm around like 14 to 16, my ego would be through the roof. You wouldn't be able to tell me like you are not that good. I would be like looking down on you. I'd be like, bro, like, come on, you got to earn money then before you talk to me. But yeah, I understand what that point is.
What do you guys think is more impressive? Earnings in a traditional Fortnite comp setting, or being a creative tokens player and having the equivalent amount of earnings there?
Comp.
What's more impressive?
Comp by far.
I think comp, yeah. I think just because at least to me, you have more there. I mean, it's more main stage, I guess. Like you're I feel like you're put against obviously you're put against more people, you're not in a set lobby, set like in tokens, and like, you face the same people over and over again and try to get the earnings from there. I think you face literally everybody, so I don't know. For me, if I were in that scenario, which obviously I'm not, but if I was, I think I would take the comp earnings over token earnings.
100%.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I had a buddy growing up that was like an insane COD player, like super good. He was a controller cheater, so he had the aim assist, but he was an insane COD player. And he had a lot of money earned from like tokens essentially on Call of Duty. And he had the biggest ego, bro, like the biggest ego. And I'm like, brother, you're getting to cherry pick your opponents essentially and make 5, 10, 15, 20 bucks off of these tokens. But you've never played in like a real tournament where like people have assembled the best players they know or signed the best players they know onto a team that's developed strategies, and like you're playing for something that actually is meaningful. Like, okay, you went on a website and you all wagered $10 and then, the winning team made 25 or 30 bucks. Cool. Like, to me, that's not impressive at all. Sending shots out to you if you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, thoughts about it, Luke? Or...
Shadow tagging.
Yeah, dude. I don't know.
You got thoughts on it, Luke? Like more extensive thoughts on it?
I think any three of us can go make token earnings. Let's be real, but I don't think all three of us can go make comp earnings. Like, it's just it's a completely different league. Like when you're talking about the best of the best token players versus the best of the best comp players. I mean, there's actually a video out of pros playing Zone Wars against the top token players right now, and they lost. Like, it takes so much more to make comp earnings than what it does token earnings.
Wasn't there an Aussie Antics video that came out where he put like Zen and somebody else up against like Peterbot, Clicks, and Yamzo or whoever it was? And then in the creative Zone Wars setting, the creative like tokens guys like destroyed the pros.
Yeah.
But if you switch it, Peterbot, Clicks, all those guys, they're going to destroy them in the comp setting.
Yeah. It's just a completely different atmosphere.
Yeah. What do you guys think about Simple Edit?
I think it should be locked to controller.
I don't know. I don't really have crazy thoughts about it. I kind of just like, if you have it on, you have it on. You know what I'm saying? And I get the point of it and everything, because I obviously have a lot of friends that don't want to learn all that. You know what I'm saying? So every time I get a friend on, I tell them, oh, there's this new feature called Simple Edit. They're like, oh, that's so cool. Like I can actually just like, I could be fully employed touch grass and I can come back here and I can actually kind of compete somewhat. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's play some games. I don't have it on, but like thank you for calling me out. Sure. And then go play it. But I like that they added it.
Dude, you're kind of convincing me to switch to Simple Edit with that. with that
Hey, you can
argument.
be you can be the anomaly here. You know, I gotta go with that.
I haven't played Fortnite in a couple days. I think 4 or 5 days before I recently just did that controller giveaway. And I was surprised on how well I was doing, like my triple edits and my free builds and things like that in Raiders Mechanics map. But generally, dude, when I come back after a break, I'm so bad. It's like, it almost makes me want to switch to something where it would just be so good to an inhuman level. You know, Simple Edit's crazy.
Oh yeah. I mean, when we do Peace Control streams, I know all of us have played Peace Control, like that map made by Bullseye. There was a bunch of people that be spamming Simple Edit on there, and dude, sometimes I kind of just sit there and watch the show. Like, I don't become the streamer at some points. I'm just like, you know, take the show, because like sometimes I don't even like go like fight you. Like they spam the stair edit, and then they'll break their stair on accident, and then they spam the wall edit, and you're like, what is happening? So it's crazy. It's crazy fast.
The inhuman mechanics to me are like, it's kind of like a fine line between what I think is okay and what's not. Like aim assist back in chapter 2, inhuman in-game mechanic, just like helps you aim to the point where like you never would have been able to. It was like crazy strong. Same thing with Simple Edit. You can spam, like you said, BJ, 3 edits in a row and get a shotgun shot off before the other person can even react, because it's so fast. It almost brings in like comp integrity into the conversation and whether or not it should even be allowed. But I think it is allowed now, isn't it?
I thought they removed that, but
they did remove it, but they brought it back for a little bit. I don't know if they still have it in.
I think when it comes to comp integrity, it's probably for the best to not have it. Again, it's not like you turn on Simple Edit and you're crazy good like comp, and you know you got IQ and everything. You know, obviously you kind of have to know what you're doing in order to make Simple Edit effective in a comp setting. But I don't know. I think it would just give more problems to like the general community. Like they would just be like why is this even here? Like, you know, oh, come on now. I thought comp was all skill and we're not giving anybody shortcuts, stuff like that. So I think it's fine everywhere but comp. But even if it wasn't comp, I think it's very counterable.
It is.
It's extremely easy.
Yeah. Not trying to flex, but you know what I'm saying? I've 10-0'd a couple people on Simple Edit. You feel me? We didn't check we didn't check their earnings, but see me on West, chat. See me on West. Well, if you guys don't have a topic you want to switch to, I kind of have a fun one that I want to introduce. What do you guys think? It has to do with being locked in a basement. I'm not talking about my mods right now. I'm talking about us three.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I linked it in the group chat, but I'm going to share my screen here. Give me 1 second, guys. In chat, I want you guys to participate in this as well. Here we go. So here's the scenario. I know it's kind of hard to read, so I'll read it out to everybody, but I want to hear everyone's thoughts on this. So you are being forced to spend the next 10 years in a basement. After those 10 years, you will receive $10 million. So that's your reward. Your basement comes fully furnished with a good bed, a sink, a toilet, a shower, and a trash chute. You are also being given 30 points to spend on items and amenities that you can take with you to the basement. Bonus, if you want to get more points, you can half your payout as well. So if you decide to take a $5 million payout, you'll receive 35 points to spend. And if you reduce your payout to 0, you'll get 40 points. So here's the idea is essentially you get 30 points to spend and you make 10 mil. Or you can have 35 points and make 5 mil. Or you can make $0 and get 40 points. The thing that doesn't change about this scenario is you're fucking locked in the basement. Okay? I don't want to hear anybody be like, oh, let me just walk out the basement. No, you're stuck there. Okay? So I want to see what everybody thinks about what they're taking. Because after I saw this, dude, me and my wife had a really long conversation about it.
This is...
I'm looking.
Okay, so I need to like establish ground rules. So okay, we come with a bed, a sink, a toilet, shower, trash chute. So we're gonna need that kitchen, aren't we? Or like
That's what I was
something.
thinking. The kitchen.
Like we're gonna need food. So I feel like okay, food's a must-have. Obviously, if it's not in the given amenities. So I'm gonna look through here real quick.
I'm
Okay.
gonna spend 9 points on the gourmet food.
That's a lot of points already off bat.
Dude, that's almost a 30-year points right there.
Unless,
Oh, that is a good point,
hey,
actually.
you can take the $0 payout if you want to live lavishly for 10 years, I guess. But
Wait, what's one thing on this list? Let's just narrow something down. What's one thing on this list that you guys care absolutely zero about? For me,
Barry Bonds.
Barry Bonds. Why is he even on this list?
I don't know. I just saw that.
For me, it's the pool table. Like I am never like pool is fun. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not doing pool table.
Actually, I'm gonna change mine to the
here?
unlimited drugs.
Wait, you said you're taking it or you're not taking it?
Yeah, I'm gonna swap the one that I don't care about from Barry Bonds to I don't care about the unlimited drugs.
I
didn't
see.
see that.
I see. Barry Bonds is, he's Barry.
That was just the most random thing I've seen today. I'm not gonna lie.
I think I wouldn't take anything in that like area, like the booze, drugs, tobacco stuff. I won't need that. So I'm immediately eliminating those three.
Actually, Mike, I'm just gonna go ahead and spend 7 points
on Barry Bonds.
You get your money up front, and now you have access to the stock market for 7 points. I'm taking that.
Yes, that's a good one.
I would say that, but I know nothing about the stock market. That could all go very wrong if I did that.
Retro's throwing 10 mil right into Doge.
Oh, 100%. It's gonna be 100 in a year.
Nah, the one that I'm eyeing the most right now is the top of the line desktop computer. New components will be delivered to you as technology progresses. I'm going 6 points there.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys might think I'm going to be dumb for this, but I'm going $4 for the unlimited fast food, with the exception of Chick-fil-A. You can add Chick-fil-A for 1 point. I'm definitely going to add 1 point there. So I'm big backing it with all of my fast food and my games. And then to combat that, I'm going to do another 5 points for the workout room with weights, treadmill, basketball court, and batting cage. So right there, I'm sitting at 16 points out of my 30 so far, just with 3 picks.
Wow. I think we're 20.
Okay, so my top 3 picks would be my top 3 picks would be the 7 points, get your money up front, now have access to the stock market. That would be my first pick. So that's 7. I would probably also go with the 6 points of the computer. And then I'm going to spend 7 on Barry Bonds. I'm just kidding.
I mean, I really like the 4 you pick, Mike. That's 20 points though, right? Oh, with the gym and the games and the desktop and the fast food with Chick-fil-A. That's 20, right?
That's so 5 points for the fast food because I'm adding the 1 for Chick-fil-A, and then the 5 points for the workout room, so that's 10, and then the 6 points for the top of the line computer, that's 16, and then add all video games that have ever been released and new releases over time, that's 4 points. So that would put me at 20. Those 4.
So how does this internet work? If we can't download or stream anything, can't E-Trade? Okay, so what?
Wait,
What?
did I say I was going to do internet?
No. So
okay.
Yeah. But that's what I'm worried about. What can you even do with that?
Wait, I can't play Fortnite because I don't have internet.
Yeah. So that's a whole 16 points. But then if you get rid of the video games, you can't download anything apparently, right? Is that what that's saying? Like, can you download stuff on like an Epic Games launcher, or you're just like that seems very limited. That's a very rough 16 points right there.
Not worth. Yeah, I'm not going for it.
So I guess all these games that we would get are just like at home, like no internet games, which, you know.
You give me GTA 5 story mode, I'm good for a long time.
I don't know.
I'm stuck in the.
I'm starting to rethink my approach here.
I'm stuck in the basement. I'm gonna need the internet just so I can contact civilization. Just talk to somebody. I don't want to be alone in there for 10 years. I'm gonna go crazy. Okay. Not even the medical care from Mayo Clinic will help me with that.
Dude, why does it say also medical care from Medical School of New Delhi? Upgrade to Mayo Clinic doctor for 1 point.
That's crazy.
It's so out of pocket, man.
It's just unnecessary. All right, so I'm switching my approach. I got the 5 points for unlimited fast food. Then I got 5 points for the workout room with weights, treadmill, basketball court, and batting cage. So that puts me at 10 points. I'm going to say all movies and TV shows for 4 points, as well as the 7 points for 52-inch TV with all cable channels and premium packages. So that puts me at 21 points.
You got to get the surround sound, man.
Wait, 21. Yeah, 21 points. Now I have 9 points left.
You could use that to live in luxury. I guess. You want a sunroof? You want skylight in there?
Wait, so scratch the unlimited fast food. That brings me down to 17. I'll go 6 points for the full kitchen, unlimited amounts of the finest ingredients, and an iPad that's programmed with every recipe on the planet. So I'll do that. So I'll be at 23 points. I have 7 points left. Barry's looking like a good pick right now.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, okay. I think that pick is starting to make. I think it's starting to make sense why he's there at this point. Okay. I mean, the only thing I have set right now is I'm getting that 5 points fast food. I'm gonna stick with the fast food just because I know my lazy self is not gonna want to cook some days. So,
yeah.
I'm gonna go with the fast food. I need my movies and TV shows, man. I need those badly, man. I can't live without SpongeBob. It's over. I think so. I'm gonna have to take that. So that's 9 for me. Dude, having a basketball court that's crazy. A full I would just get it for the basketball court. I think the basketball court in itself is worth 5 points, so I'm gonna take that too. So what are we at? So we're at 9, 14 points. Oh my gosh. The rest of this is gonna be like, I don't know. What would you do with an HD camera? Like, genuine question.
You filming a documentary for when you get out, dude? I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what you're supposed to do with that. You know, Mike, you could add the surround sound maybe if you're just living for that. I mean, you got 4 points left, don't you? I guess you could get the surround sound.
5, 11, 18. Wait, hold on.
My math is not mathing. 5. All right.
Yeah, 5 for the workout room, 6 for the kitchen, that's 11. And then 7 for the TV. So that's 18. And then 4 for all the movies, so that's 22. So I have 8 points left. 8 points left. I'm going to do, for my last 8 points, I'll just round it out right now. Last 8 points, I'm doing 5 points for unlimited booze. Maybe I'm just a little crazier than you guys, dude. Well, I'll do 5 points for the unlimited booze, and then I'll do 3 points for a cell phone that can be activated 1 day of the week.
That's your 30 points right there, brother.
There's my 30, and that way I can still keep in touch with my wife and son, because I think that would be the hardest part.
Yeah, man. Oh my gosh.
I think mine would go. I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way up. All right, start from the bottom. I'm going to get my money up front and go to the stock market. So that's 7 of them. I'm going to take the Mikey route and go the unlimited booze. So that's 5. So that's 12. Let's see. What else would I get? I think I'd go along the cell phone too. So I've got 12. That's 15 points right there. I'm definitely taking the workout room with weights and all that. So that's 20. And then I'm probably going to go with the full kitchen that I can cook in. So that's 6. So I'm at 26. And then my last 4 points, unlimited tobacco products.
Okay. Okay. So that rounds out 2 of us. You're the last one up, BJ.
Yeah. Okay. With the internet thing, I could still like use that to talk with friends online, right? I guess. I just can't watch anything.
Probably like chat.
Oh my god. 16 points for that? Oh my. Okay. Okay, we're keeping the fast food in the basketball court. I need that. So that's 9. Oh no, that's 10 points.
Yep.
I'm gonna need the internet, I feel. But damn, if I get the internet, I don't have anything to put it on. Like what? So
that's true.
So then I have 20. I use 26 points, and there's nothing to use it with. What?
You could get 26 pool tables. What do you think?
No.
God.
I would buy all those pool tables and make a giant billiards hub for people when I unlock. When I get out, I'm gonna be like, guys, I made the greatest billiards hangout. You guys gotta come down here. I've been stuck in this basement for 10 years with 30 pool tables. Please come down here. Damn, dude. Yeah, I need the internet just to like talk with people and just be able to communicate. So I'm gonna keep the 16. That's a big chunk.
That's okay.
I know. That's the thing. I'm gonna have to. Oh, right.
But you could cut down your payout. You think about that?
I might have
5 mil.
5 mil
for 35 points.
Money is time. So I think I'm gonna take the 5 mil, right? So we had 5 points. So what is that? So I get the fast food, that's 5. The basketball court is 10, and then the internet is 26. So then I still have 9 points. So, but I need something to display the internet on. So I would have to get the desktop. So that's 32 with 3 more points left. Yeah, 3 pool tables sounds enticing. 3 points. Wow. Dude, what can I get here with 3 points?
The HD camera.
I might need that Mayo Clinic doctor.
Okay, are you doing?
You're
doing the Mayo Clinic one?
Throw the Mayo Clinic doctor. That way, I have company here and there.
Nice.
Yeah, throw that in there. Damn, that's scuffed. Sure, I'll take that.
That's interesting. Before I move off of this topic, chat, anything on here that you think is the most important thing for you to take? If you were stuck in the basement in place of me, Retro, or BJ, what's like the number one thing you could not go without? Because for me, I think the number one thing I could not go without is that workout room. Because like you mentioned, BJ, like having all that extra space with the weights and all that, but then the basketball court, like you gotta have it. You gotta have it.
I think I think time goes by a lot faster if you have that stuff there too. Like, in my opinion, I think
weights and the batting cage. The weights and batting cage would be the only thing I'd use. Yeah,
I feel like you'd be on that machine, where like you work on your. I feel like that'd be you, Retro. You just be sitting on that one.
Wait, the machine that does what?
Where you sit down and you like spread your legs, you push them out.
Oh no! No.
I could just imagine you with your headband on, with your blue headphones at like a gym, just sitting there. Dude, my wife one time when I was in college, my wife was like having me work on my glutes, and she had me do that workout where like you put your back on like a bench, and then you put the bar on like your hips, and like you do like hip thrusters, like you start humping the air. Dude, I felt so awkward doing that. Just looking around like, who's watching me just hump the air right now?
That's hilarious.
I'm not a big fan of working out. I don't know if you guys can tell by my slightly chubbier face this week from last week, but it's not my thing.
Hey, man, you still look smexy to us, man.
Ooh.
Getting Rizzy up in here.
All right, for a dad, I'm not looking too bad.
Dude, no, I have a topic that I thought about bringing up, which is kind of off topic, but it's a new topic. What y'all boys think about Peterbot being fully back and locked in? And by the way, Peterbot won 5-1 off spawn in today's scrim session.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
That's a big update because last scrim session he lost 5-1.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. He flopped that shit real quick. He was back for 2 days locked in and 5-1 them off of spawn.
You think, I mean, I don't know. I'm happy for him. I think Fortnite is at a better place when the best players in the world are locked in and competing. But I don't think it'll matter. I think with the most overpowered POI being given to Clicks, Yamzo, and Higgs unconned, the red carpet is there for them to win it. It's not like they're terrible. They are a very good trio. Arguably
they're top 3.
The best trio, in my opinion, this season because of the con. So, I don't know.
See, you want me to, and here's another pick. I'm just going to go ahead and throw this out there. I don't think Clicks, Yamzo, and Higgs are winning FNCS.
You don't think so?
Where do you have them at then if they're not winning?
I've got them second place.
Okay, so they're still up there. Okay.
I think Kanata Bolts and Rapid are going to walk away with this one.
Oh, really? Oh. Where are they landing?
I'm not sure where their drop is, but I just know that their placement in the first Div Cup that they formed together, they got first place by a pretty significant margin. Which Higgs is just having trouble locking in.
It's a really good trio by all means. I'm not even like a Clicks glazer or anything, but I just think that watching their performance throughout this season, particularly in scrims, they're just, I mean, and in eval cups and things like that, they're crazy, that trio.
Well, see, Peterbot won session 1 today. Or not today, I think it was yesterday, of scrims, and then Clicks, Yamzo, and Higgs won second session. So it's, which obviously I think if Peterbot can 5-1, keep that ratio of all spawn against Poyo's team, I think Peterbot's probably going to win again.
Do you think he can?
No.
I don't think he can keep up the 5-1.
I think the realistic scenario is they split it.
So you think when it's time to actually, like, when things are like really matter, it's just like both teams are kind of just gonna make it off spawn. It's gonna be like passive, like how it was at the raft kind of stuff, like where
I think
like splitting.
I think that okay, so this is how I think it's gonna go, right? So I think the first 3 games are gonna determine what happens at that POI for the rest of the tournament. If the first 3 games are off spawn fights and both of them don't make it off spawn, I don't think they're going to spawn fight the entire 12 games.
I don't know. I disagree with you. I think there's too much ego at play.
I could see them doing it, yeah.
They all have enough earnings. They all have enough clout. They all have enough placements. I think at that point, like the raft is an interesting situation because it's literally there are quadrants to the raft. And it's easy to split a POI like that. You set yourself at a significant disadvantage by not taking that temple off spawn.
Yeah.
So I think you just got to go for it. You got to go for it. Yeah. Otherwise, leave. And I don't think anyone's leaving. There's no way Peterbot's leaving. Leaves. And there's no way Poyo is going to leave either.
Actually, something else. Peterbot dropped the 2 places that he would go if he was to leave.
Ooh.
And it was Foxy Floodgates and Brutal Boxcars. He said that if he was, he said this is his pretty much exact statement. He says, I'm not going to leave at all. I never would. But if I did, it'd be either Foxy Floodgate or Brutal Boxcars. And the reason he said that is because of the little spire bosses. You know, you shoot, kill the spires, and they drop all that loot. He said that those, in his opinion, are the 2 next best POIs besides Supernova. He said he's not going to contest clicks.
I wonder why.
I don't know. I think he just knows that if he goes to Supernova, I think he gets 6-0'd at Supernova.
I think so too.
I think he gets very easily 6-0 just based off of the Yamzo.
Like, that's a really good trio. Like,
yeah.
I'm very
I think
excited.
Yamzo is the best player on NA right now. That's a hot take, but I think he is.
And I'm like a stats and stories kind of guy. I don't know if you guys have kind of heard of that before. It's from a different podcast that I listen to. A guy by the name of Woody's Gamertag talks about it, but he's like, stats and stories, and this is a really big story to me, is following guys like Thomas HD or Clicks or people that get so close to winning their first ever FNCS and then just getting second or third or fourth. And
Thomas HD is a prime example.
Dude, I know. I just want to see him get it. You know what I mean?
It's just crazy the fact that Thomas HD has over $1 million earned and hasn't won a single tournament. Like a single FNCS, so to speak.
How many top fives does he have? I think he has 6, 7 top fives, and I think like 2 or 3 of them are seconds.
I think he's got 3 seconds, and then I think he's got 8 placements inside of the top 5.
And some of them, I think some of his seconds are by 1 point.
Yeah. The first FNCS where he got second place was by 1 point.
You guys like how I slipped in the 6-7 in there?
Yeah, I did. I noticed.
I side-eyed the camera. I was trying to see if anyone would catch it.
I was wondering what you were doing. Putting 2 and 2 together.
I don't know. You always got to
I think
slip that in and a 37 in at some point. So.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Demon's Domain to me just isn't that interesting of a POI. Tons of loot, great location, mythics obviously, but I don't know.
The medallion that they're all after.
Because it regenerates shield, right?
50 shield so fast. Yeah. You
Yeah.
pick it up and drop it, you're at 50 shield in less than a second.
Yeah. Do you think that there's a medallion in the game right now or in the past few seasons that has been stronger than the Chapter 5 Season 2 Dash medallion?
Yes.
Which one?
Really?
The scan medallion from 5-3.
The raft
Actually,
one.
I don't know if that was 5-3. The raft medallion, yeah. That's the strongest medallion that I think, in my opinion, that's the strongest medallion we've ever had outside of the healing medallions. Because you got to think, if you know where everybody's at in an FNCS Grand Finals lobby, you have almost a free win. Like, especially players of that caliber.
Yeah.
Which the dash one's strong, but like I said, like you're basically implementing a software that is banned in the game for normal players.
ESP, yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's interesting. What do you think, BJ?
I think, like what Luke said, I think the scan medallion is pretty good. I would put that at number 2 behind the dash coin. I just think, I don't know, when dash coin happened, it wasn't just Peter and Poyo kind of stuff, right? I'm thinking like everybody that had access to that. I'm talking about like when we were playing comp 2, if we get that medallion, we're already in the convo to win that game. Regardless if you have 0 kills, you found it on the ground, like you might be the worst player. You have so much, like movement's such an important thing in Fortnite itself.
Yeah.
When it comes to, having that mobility, having more than others do, you can execute so much more. You can get away from so many other sticky situations that others can't do, So I don't know. I was thinking about it in that sense. Like if I had the scan medallion, yeah, I know where people are, but like I can't execute that many like things to do with it. So I'm thinking about it in terms of like everybody that had access to that medallion. If you have dash coin, it just gives you the confidence to like you could smack a wall and you can gauge somebody like for how good they were. If they were scary as hell, I'm dashing. If they didn't look that good, I'm dashing into the box. You had so many options with that coin.
Well, see,
like
and
you could have played.
I
just want like I'll just say this and then I'll be done with my segment. I just think a very important thing about comp is tempo. Like you play to your own tempo. That's what makes good players good is they can control fights. They can make it so that you're playing at my pace kind of thing. Like, and they don't let anything, like they don't let themselves getting coned or they don't let themselves getting full box affect the way they play. Like they're able to do whatever they need to do. And, they don't get distracted by anything else by that. So I just think the dash coin, you're able to do everything you needed to do at a very high level, regardless of how much like IQ you had at the game and stuff like that.
So when Scan Medallion was in the game, if I'm not mistaken, Nitro was too, right?
No.
Scan Medal?
Oh wait.
Scan Medal was
Yes.
Jetpack season. No?
I think Raft was in there during. Wait, no, it was Jetpack season. I don't know if Nitro was in yet.
Jetpack season. Nitro was the medals, but Nitro was
that's right. 5-3 Nitro was gone after that.
It was the Nitro medal, the infinite ammo medal, and the siphon healing medal one. Yeah, those were the three medals that season.
You're right.
Yeah.
I just like thinking of it from an IGL perspective. I think the Dash coin just is hands down better. And this is why. Like, although as an IGL, you want as much information as possible. And when we talk about that, like exact information is great. 100% knowledge of locations of other players, great. But you can, with effective movement and communication, get 80 to 100% of that same information by peeking cones and talking with your teammates. So you can get that, although you don't see through the walls and the boxes how many people are in the boxes and where they're walking. You can get a lot of that information just by having good peeks and looking around and surveying the area. But like when I think about win conditions as an IGL, you know, high ground, low ground, front low, talking about resources, utilities you're carrying, movement, things like that. The thing that the Dash medallion saves you the most of is resources, building materials. And if you can make a 3 dash rotation as a trio tight on each other, you save hundreds of hard mats in endgame. And those hundreds of hard mats are what people are taking 50-50s for on mid-tarp to have a chance to win. So the reason why I don't find Peter and Poyo's success in one of those FNCSs where they ended up winning grands by 200 points was because if you look at a lot of their rotates, although they had lots of kills and they slayed out great, a lot of their rotates were so free. Like free to the point where they spent 100 mats because they dashed 3 times and then built 2 1x1s. And that was it. So by moving zone 8, 9, you know, everybody else has 100 to 200 mats and they were just living free. So I don't know. That coin was crazy.
Well, see, and I'll throw. Let me redo my statement. All right, about the best medallion. As an IGL, the Raft medallion was by far the best. As a fragger, the Dash medallion was by far the best.
Nah.
See, that's just how I see it.
Okay, because all right. I mean, Grant, you're in here, right? We did like kind of like the half and half IGL thing with like Raft and everything. I still think like even as like that IGL perspective, execution is much more important than information. You know what I'm saying? So like maybe it just holds a special place in my heart just because like that season was the most that I was able to like qual in that format just because of the dash water. Like what Mike said, your resource material management, if you dipped in the water like with 20 players remaining and you could hold it those 3 dashes as long as possible, sometimes you didn't even need to build. You could like just fly above someone's tarp, get in a very good position, dip back in the water, get out. Like, I mean, to me, it's just to have the confidence to execute a said plan. I feel like if I was like IGLing, like full IGLing that season with like the scan coin and everything, I'd have that info, but I wouldn't be able to execute a lot of the plays that I want to just because I don't know. That's just my personal experience.
Yeah. And see, I think that too, like, because I mean, I think there's a very clear answer between non-heat, like, you know, the 5-1 medallions were obviously better than all of them, in my opinion, just because you could heal so fast with them. But outside of the 5-1 medallions, I think it really it depends on your play style, which one of the two, because Raft medallion and Dash medallion, I think we could all agree that those are probably the 2 strongest medallions we've had since 5-1. I don't know of a single medallion that's been better than those 2.
You don't think
kind of like
you don't think the ability like medallions though, like the Dash or the Raft, things like that, or even like the Shield medallion from the Nitro season, Like, you don't think those are better than the 5-1 medallions?
No.
Because in comp, the 5-1 medallions weren't all held by one team. So you have a couple teams regenerating, their shield. And then they ended up updating the medallions to limit the amount of shield that you could get unless you had all of them.
The unnerfed 5-1 medallion. Because like that, just doing that, you have 2 extra free slots in a grand finals lobby on every player. Because I mean, you can get 3 players to sit in a box and you're full shield in under 2 minutes.
Yep.
Between all of you. So I just like you said, the dash medallion. Like I said, I mean, the dash medallion, scan medallion. I think that just depends on play style. But the 5-1 medallions were just broken. Because, like, I mean, even if it means that you spent 1,000 mats, all of your players are fully healed and they're ready to go in less than 2 minutes.
I can see that.
I think with the 5-1, it was a crazy like meta switch. I remember
I did like 5-1, by the way.
Yeah, I loved 5-1. I loved the competitiveness and everything like that. I loved the meta. I guess this is a little off topic. Like, I'm not really rating the 5-1 medallion comparatively to the other medallions.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of reliving that meta. It was a crazy change because we came from OG, right? Before 5-1. So like we went from like the grapple meta, ref to go and everything, and then they added that ability where the medkit would just roll,
Yeah.
Like what you said, not having that 2 slots of heals needed anymore. If you had the medallion pre-nerfed, even when it was nerfed, if you had a medallion to get you up to 50 shield, all you could do, like all you needed to do was hold 6 medkits, like hold it like it's your baby out there, and then you always had a good chance. It was a crazy meta. That meta gave me hope that I would earn, because I was like, all I gotta do is just scavenge through old builds. Maybe I could find a medkit here and there. Oh, I'm gonna get floppers like mad. Like I never like. That was a fun time. I'm not rating it against other medallions, but it's fun to look back at it. I think that was a really fun meta to play against.
I'm gonna say it now. This is gonna make so many people mad.
Oh, I'm ready to get pissed.
I know it's gonna piss you off.
I haven't agreed with any of your takes so far, dude.
This is gonna be great. I'm just gonna say it now. Nitro medallion was better than dash medallion.
No way, bro. You're crazy for that.
Wow.
Yes, I'm gonna say it.
Okay, as a solo player, I agree with you. I had so much fun with that Nitro medallion. But as a team, it's only helping one person.
But see, when that was in the game, it was duos. So that's a manageable medallion to use in duos, because you can you can drop it to your teammate if he wants to get in, or he can drop it to you and he can get in.
Yeah, or you know what you could do? You could have a dash coin, get your 3 dashes, and then your teammate also has 3 dashes, and it's way faster.
But see, from an ELO perspective, the Nitro medallion was by far and away better from an ELO perspective, because you could get in with a dash, with like the dash exploit, but with the Nitro medallion, you're getting in, and you're going to hit a crazy, by the way, I'm speaking from top of the top pros. Like, if you go back to when the Nitro medallion was in the game, people like pros were dropping just stupid number of kill games, which they were with dash medallion too. But it was just that season. It was just Peterbot and Poyo. There's the only 2 people that had the dash medallion. Nobody else had it.
Dude, and you're talking to the guy that loves that season. Everyone hated on me for loving the Nitro season. And everyone's like, oh, dude, wow, you're such a casual player, man. Old man likes the Nitro, blah, blah, blah. Dude, no, it was such a fun, content-filled, great map, new mechanic season. But yeah, as a solo player, I might agree with you. As a solo player, if there was a solo FNCS, I might take the Nitro medallion over the dash medallion, purely because of the shoulder checking and the chaos you can cause as a solo player, as well as saving time, not having to chop through mid-tarp or low level builds, low ground builds as you're rotating an endgame. But like as a duo, if me and BJ are a duo and he has the dash medallion, he can give me my 3 dashes, he has his 3 dashes, we could go rotate. But if we have the Nitro, it's like, all right, BJ, you have the Nitro. See you later, dude. Go run. I'm gonna spend 600 wood or 500 wood and 100 brick just meeting you on this one rotating zone. It's just not balanced enough for a good duo, I don't think. I love you, Retro. I love you, bro. I just disagree. Okay, I don't.
Just throwing spicy takes out there.
I disagree. I disagree with the take too, and you already knew I was gonna disagree with.
No, I knew it was.
I think I'm gonna say this. I think the Nitro medal was a floor raiser, right, for certain like teams. I think when you had the Nitro medal, if you weren't a great player, like you were able to utilize that and get that to your advantage. But I just think that like the Dash medallion it raised your ceiling comparatively to the Nitro one. I feel like, again, floor raiser for Nitro just because it's like, you have that ability to just barge in or whatever. You don't have to hold on to the Nitro splash itself. But at the end of the day, I don't think that medallion would get you, at least for me, I don't think it would get me my best placements, comparatively speaking, to the Dash coin. I think the Dash coin raised my ceiling in terms of placements. I think the Nitro medal increased my ability to frag out, but at the end of the day, I couldn't get, even with Nitro medal, everyone's got the Nitro effect at the end of the game. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
and see, I'm just biased of that medallion because that's when I placed third in that solo victory cup finals is when I had that medallion. So I have a little bit of a biased opinion.
That medallion was so fun. I loved that season. Dude, that chapter 5 was such a goated chapter. I don't care what anyone says. Season 1, amazing. Season 2, good. Season 3, amazing. Like, even the Greek gods season
5-4,
so good, man. People didn't like the Zeus medallion. I loved the Zeus medallion. I loved the POI. It was, I don't know, man. I haven't had an attachment to the map of BR since chapter 5. I just haven't.
And see, I'll be honest. I think everybody hated on chapter 5 as a whole, but now that we're out of it and with what we're left with now, I think everybody could agree we would much rather go back to chapter 5.
Do you think that's typical though? Like the nostalgia? I agree with you. Yeah. I agree with you, but I don't think I'll have the nostalgia of chapter 6 so far because the BR map has been lacking for me, both in player pop and in interest. And then on top of that, Reload has just taken over like my interest. I love Reload way more than I love the BR maps.
And I just here's my biggest problem with this BR map. It's too basic. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's not a whole lot going on with it. Like in 5.2 with the Greek gods, like that was a completely remade map, and like Epic put time into that map. See, this chapter 6 map, in my opinion, just looks like the chapter 1 map with a few different different POIs. Like if you look at the layout, it's extremely similar to the chapter 1 map, which I love the chapter 1 map, but because of the chapter 1 POIs that were on it, not because of the chapter 6 POIs that are on it now.
I think I don't think I'll get the nostalgia for chapter 6 when we're out of it. Now we could revisit this clip like when we're in chapter 7, and maybe I'm just like, oh, I miss chapter 6. I miss Boom Blast. I miss everything. That legitimately might happen. I'm not gonna sit here and rule that out. But I think why I hold such an attachment to chapter 5 was obviously the events that took place for me personally in chapter 5.
Yeah, 5 was so good.
Chapter 5 was like, I legitimately felt like a YouTuber around that time. So it was like, that's something that will always attach with me in chapter 5. I think also that was the most comp I've ever played. I don't play as much comp anymore in chapter 6 just because I haven't enjoyed what's been put out in terms of the comp stuff. I genuinely enjoyed like sitting there with my brother, with Grant, like talking about like, oh,
don't forget me.
And you,
Don't forget 142 cash cup.
And we landed in the corner. But I miss talking about it. I miss like being like, we're gonna land graveyard. I land top, you land bottom.
Yeah, that was fun.
I miss a lot of it. I think I get that sort of nostalgia from it, where it's just like, this is probably some of the best times I've played Fort. It was a lot of fun. I just haven't had a moment in chapter 6 where I live in the moment, and I'm like, I'm gonna miss this. In chapter 5, I had moments like that, like. When let me think. When we got out of 5-1 and we went to 5-2, I already was like, damn, I miss 5-1 already. And then we got out of 5-2, I was like, damn, I miss some of 5-2 already. But with chapter 6, I just haven't felt like that. I haven't felt like we got out of 6-1. I wasn't like, damn, I missed the hollow twister. Or I never felt like that. I didn't have an attachment to anything already off the bat. So
yeah,
that's
me
just
either. Me. And And this current season, I love this current season. The super season is great. Like the gloves to bounce around the map, super fun. The scan item to figure out where players are for a certain while, super fun. I like the loot pool. I like the guns. I like the NPC aspects of it where you have the spires you can go fight. Tons of overpowered broken mechanics. Super, super good loot pool, I think, when it comes to just making the game interesting. But there's something lacking, and I don't know if it's just the player pop or if it's something else, but it's just not connecting with me. Like,
you want me to give you my god honest opinion on what would fix the ranked player pop?
What?
If they brought back regular trio cash cups.
Ooh.
See, the reason this has been my theory, right? So, it's only Div 1 players that have cash cups this season. It's trios based season, obviously. The people that used to play ranked to like practice for comp, because some people don't know about scrims. Some people don't play scrims. They just play ranked instead. That was probably, I would say, this is just my personal opinion, right? And the reason why I have this take is because if you look at 5.2, like any of Chapter 5, to be honest, when duos was the meta, 30 to 50 seconds in a duo rank queue, you were in a game. There was never a time, even if you hit on real day one of the season, still 30 seconds and maybe to 40, and you're already in a rank game. Like, if just say it even goes back to that, right? Player pop in ranked battle royale was 100,000 players plus consistently.
Yep.
This isn't talking about the highs and lows. Like the highs on new updates are probably reaching 200,000 to 300,000. The lows are probably 50 to 60, but Jesus, that's still 10 times what we've got now. Like,
dude, on day one of the super season, there were about 600,000 players playing ranked BR. 600K. You look at now, you might get 10 to 25K.
Well, see, and 10 to 25 is average playing time, right? I streamed solo ranked BR on my channel yesterday, and at midnight there was 4.2K people playing ranked battle royale. And I don't know why Epic Games hasn't looked at that and just thought, oh shit, something's wrong. Like, there's ways to fix it. There's so many ways you can fix it. I just think Epic Games is just throwing ranked battle royale under the bus because so many people are enjoying Reload.
To me, this is how you fix it. Are you guys ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to just piggyback off of the Destiny's Jesus video that I watched, but I really agree with his take on this. When you make players feel like they can't earn, grind, or progress towards a goal like earnings or comp, it disincentivizes them to play a game. Especially with Fortnite being so mature and so out for so long, almost a decade now. The interest in the game itself has died down in a pop culture sense. There are other games out there, Valorant, whatever, that people can go play if they want to play a comp game or play a game with interesting mechanics. So Fortnite's now at the same level as all these games because the new and exciting part about it is pretty gone. But what Destiny's Jesus argued was that because there are no solo cash cups, victory cash cups, and open qual tournaments where the average player could feel like they could win something, because those have been taken out, and like BJ, you were saying, tournaments and earnings are essentially gatekept by 16 tournaments that you have to play to unlock them, and then only allowing earnings being at those top levels, Div 1 essentially. Players are not going to be incentivized to play, grind, and progress towards those goals. The player counts were crazy high when there were solo Vic Cups all the time. And even then, the percentage of players that would win those, so extremely small. But that still resulted in 6-figure player pops on almost every game mode. Except for Rocket Racing or, things like that, Fortnite Lego. But in the main BR maps, tons of players are playing. Dude, you know what they need to do? They need to bring back a solo FNCS. If they bring back a solo FNCS, I'm calling it right now, clip, ship, and post it, the game will be revitalized because hundreds of thousands of players, if not millions across the world, will be like, dude, I don't have to go through the craziness of finding a trio, finding a duo, finding a squad, and then playing in 16 tournaments to do all this and that and whatever. Solo, hey, cool. You know what I can do? I can queue into one game of a tournament for 16 of them, qualify myself, and then hop in there and try to win. Man, I am such a believer in solo FNCS because that has resulted in some of the craziest moments in Fortnite. Tayson versus Veno.
At Tayson.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so fun. Bring back a solo FNCS. 100%. And I think one of the most competitive tournaments and formats ever in Fortnite is solos. You have to be 100%. So insane at the game to win a solo FNCS.
Well, see, I think solos. I'm gonna piggyback off of what you said. I do 100% think that solos is the most competitive mode. I mean, just look at how many people queued up for solo victory cups, right? Yeah. But I think what would be best, and this is just my opinion, what would be best for the casual player base as well as the comp base, or well, I say casual, but you know, not the top of the top pros, like comp players, but you know, the average comp player. I think the best thing that they could do is bring back duos. Duos, in my opinion, is the best competitive mode. It's the funnest to watch because I know y'all two watched the 2024 LAN event. Watching Peterbot and Poyo run through those lobbies like that was so much fun. And it's like duos is so doable, right? Because you can 1v2 easily. Like in this meta especially, I think you can 1v2 easier than you like besides Nitro. I think Nitro season was the easiest mode you could 1v2 in ever. But and like if this season was in duos and they had the Chapter 5 FNCS format, I think that this season would have probably been more this chapter would have been more popular than Chapter 5.
I could see that.
Because just look at the rotational items you have, right? You have the base boost gloves. Just think as a duo, in duo comp, right? You got two people carrying. Let's go back from the start of the season when base boost was in tournament. So you have a duo, right? That both of them have base boost. You hit base boost, you're in a box. Bam, dead. One person. Then it becomes a 2v1. But with the Spire rifle, I think the Spire rifle, this is kind of going off on a little tangent, but I think the Spire rifle is stronger than the MK, the mythic.
52 bullets in a mag is crazy.
55, brother.
55. Oh my God, that's crazy.
And now, it's got the same fire rate as a blue normal AR, but it does, I think it's 41 damage a shot in the mythic.
Yeah. I don't know.
Crosshair's like super small.
My favorite format to play for sure is duos. My favorite format to watch, I think, and I mean, people don't have to agree with me. I think my favorite format to watch and the most competitive format of Fortnite of all time is solos. I just do.
I mean, you just have to rely so much on yourself. Like, I think, and see, here's another take that I have. I think duos made a lot of players rely on their partner instead of just sticking to what they can do. Like, and I really hate to use this example, but I'm going to use Poyo as an example. Poyo relied a lot more on Peterbot than he did himself. And he could do that because, you know, he's Peterbot. But just imagine how good Poyo would be if he was the IGL for that whole time.
Yeah. What do you think, BJ?
I think Poyo would be 3 times better than Peterbot.
So I'm going to go on 2 tangents here because I wasn't able to really talk about the first one where we were talking about
Retro, your fault, dude.
Like
no, I'm just joking.
Sorry, man.
No, you're good.
I'm passionate about this topic. I'm passionate about comp.
No, and it's something that hits like my heart too. I'll just go with the recent one that we're talking about. Obviously, the best like comp, I think it's duos. I think what we lack in trios is obviously we had this issue in duos too, with the surge and stuff. I think in trios it's kind of amplified just because less people are wanting to be aggressive. Like no one really wants to fight 3-on-3. Most 3v3 fights are pretty dragged out comparatively to duos where it was like you can get in there quick, do what you got to do, get out. And trios, you can't really, I mean, you can do that. It's very possible, but I feel like on average, the trio fight just takes way too long to even think about it. So it's just made surge trading a lot more popular and it sucks. It's not entertaining to watch. I haven't enjoyed watching FNCS the entire Chapter 6. I can't.
Me either.
like I have to, like, if I want to watch and I want to take notes on it, you're gonna have to give me an alarm clock that sets off when moving zones happens, because everything before that, it's crickets. Like, there's nothing happening. People are just like, I'm gonna peek at you real quick, pew pew, and then get out, and then like, it's so boring. I don't like that. And then obviously when we get to the LAN event, I think it's easier to just run a duos format just because of the slots that are available. It's kind of weird in trios. I think it was easier to get equal, like, or more fair per region groups in there, because I feel like OC, how many slots does OC have in the trio format?
One, I think. Yeah,
one is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I think OC and duos had what, 3 or 4, something like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Let me fact check that. I'm sorry to interrupt.
We had like 2 or 3. No, and then you can interrupt me when you find out that stat. But yeah, I just think duos is a lot more entertaining. In terms of like the game's health with Battle Royale, you know what I'm saying? I think, again, like what Destiny Jesus said, this game is not, Battle Royale is not healthy if solos is not a healthy playlist. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Because in solos, I miss it, man. There was a different culture in Chapter 5 when it came to comp, when it came to solos versus trios. Now it was that delusion that, like, yes, I can actually get my first earnings, because you gotta be top 10K. That's a lot of people that can make it into a final and just win. You gotta win just one game. Like we could go look back at my comp career and be like, you were never close, buddy. Yeah, sure, I wasn't, but it was fun because you're like, I made finals. I feel like I'm making a stride in my competitive career. And then
I can tell you how excited I was when I did that finals. Like, it was so exciting.
You get into it, the adrenaline, you love it, man. There was so many more people that had that ability to feel that kind of pressure, that atmosphere where it's like, damn, I'm in the big league. I can make money here. Now, not many people get that opportunity to do that. And it kind of sucks because you never can see what's at the top of the mountain at this point, because it's so gatekept. You're kind of just under the clouds in Chapter 6, just like waiting. Oh, solo Cashy, when's that gonna happen? And then they remove it completely this chapter, and then that irked me the wrong way in terms of their direction in comp. And I think what I miss too is content creators are very important when it comes to the health of a video game. There were so many more content creators when solos was very healthy, when solo Cashies were happening, solo Vic Cups. I'll take 2 of my favorite YouTubers, for example, Jiven and Ken. They stopped posting. They haven't posted in 2 months. There's nothing, because again, the top division is so gatekept. I keep up with Rody too. You know, he's had his experiences trying to get into Div 1. But even then, once you get into Div 1, it's you could be an afterthought in Div 1 at the end of the day too. You know, just being at the top of the top. It's crazy. I miss the culture of like when we were all like, we saw our favorite content creator make a solo Cashy final, and we were like, he's gonna make it. He's gonna win this. Like, I miss that culture when everyone was like, it's his time to shine, or it's my time to shine. Nowadays, a lot of people already lose hope before they even queue into the first game of Division 3.
Yeah.
And some people don't even make it that far because you have to play the 16 events, 12 events. Like, that feeling that like having the excitement of playing comp, it's just not available to everybody as it was before. And which I think that's just the issue.
That whole system of bringing up how many games you have to play was obviously a cheater counter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I understood it.
I think that is a little extreme. I think they should go back to, I think they should just raise the account level.
I think the plug and play like thing, obviously with the cheaters and stuff like that, the only thing I wish they kind of worked with in comp was like, can we get them out earlier? Like, it was kind of obvious. Like
reporting mid-tourneys and stuff like that would be a lot more beneficial.
Big streamers were literally stream sniped by like cheaters. And then Epic would turn a blind eye and they'd just be like, we'll just wait till after the tournament. They could have gotten like killed by a hacker in game 1. And Epic's just sitting there like, well, the tournament's not over, so we're just going to let this guy run rampant and ruin everyone else's tournaments. And not even just everyone else's, just ruin the placements in general, just because everything's inflated that way and stuff like that. So,
yeah.
And to not like transition too far away from like the solos versus duos argument, BJ, everything you said about solos there is exactly why I think solos is the most exciting and competitive version of Fortnite. The way you were just so excited and passionately talking about solos and the environment it creates, the atmosphere for both content, for comp, and for viewership is every reason why solos should be the next FNCS. It just should. There's, you know what? Like, as a duo, you can rely on your duo to help. As a solo, you can't. You have to be a goated solo player to make it into top 5, top 10 endgame. You can't be a shit player and make it into a top 10, top 5 endgame, especially in a comp setting. You just can't. You don't have anyone else to bail you out. If I had Peterbot on my team and we were in the FNCS Pro-Am, I have a chance of placing top 3 because I have Peterbot on my team. If Ozzy Antics was playing in that as a solo, there's no way he gets first place. Never. Maybe not even a top 10. So the bailout is not there. So it makes players have to be so much sharper, so much cleaner, so much better with their rotates and strategy. There's no Storm Surge trading nearly at the level at which there is in duos or even trios. Trios makes it way worse. But like, as a solo, you want a Storm Surge trade? Great. But hey, you know what? You overpeak and a guy hits a double dink, you're out of the game.
Yeah.
There's the big thing. Like, in duos, you could even rat until, you know, top. I mean, I don't know. You could rat into a deep part of the end game, but as a solo player, like, I don't think it's viable. I don't know. And you look at here's my last point. You look at the viewership for World Cup and you see solo clips being, they're all in the millions for solos and duos, but the solo clips, 30, 40, 50, 60 million views on the solo clips. Yeah. You look at the duo clips, 5 to 10 million. You know,
and you look at the trio clips, it's 100, 200,000.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. That passion you have, VJ, dude. That's thinking, the exact thing that I think everybody feels with solos.
Yeah, I love solos. I love playing it. The reason I said duos, I've always been a very like team driven kind of person where it was like you share that success with another person.
Yeah, that's how I am.
I love going through like a journey with another person. Just going like, you know what, we did that, you know, and you can always have that conversation. Like me and Grant's in chat. We always, whenever it's just us in call, sometimes we talk about it. We're just like, you know, I miss when we played this season. Like it was a lot of fun seeing like how things progressed. And like, you know, I feel like you grow as a player too in duos as well. Yeah. Like I think I learned a lot about myself mostly through duos rather than like solos. Because solos, for some people, it's rough for them to improve just because it's like, you know, they kind of hit that block and that's kind of it. But duos, like you have your partner there and they're just like, you just urge each other to keep going, right? Yeah. I just love having that success with another person and then, you know, growing in that regard. It's always been something I enjoy. I mean, everything I've done, like life related, like, you know, I played basketball, you know, I was always a member of some sort of team. Like there was always those individual accolades and like you could have been the best player on the team, but you know, just having that success with another person, it's a lot of fun. And I don't know, I feel like I can't get rid of that when I discuss anything about what the best mode is.
Yeah, I love duos. I think the most exciting by far is solos. I think my favorite game mode to play is duos. And I think duos is exciting to watch too. But like now that I'm reading chat more, a solo player can rat into the top 10. Absolutely disagree. Absolutely disagree. Take it from the highest level of comp all the way down to the open qualifiers. Yeah. If you're in the open qualifiers, yeah, for sure you can solo rat into the top 10. You take a look at World Cup, not a single player could rat into the top 10. And then you start to work your way down into the qualifiers. Every single qualifier of those, 8 weeks, 10 weeks to get into World Cup, not a single player could rat into the top 10. Like, if you're ratting as a solo player, you're missing out on elims, refreshes, things like that. Surge. Like, maybe if you hopped in a baller and your name was Bucky, you could literally have 0 damage and make it into the top 10 or qual, but you also have to be crazy with game sense like Bucky was back in the day. Like nowadays, take the current meta of Fortnite, you're not getting top 10 ratting through every single round you need to qualify for grants. There's no way. And I love solos too, Grant. I feel you, dude. I love solos too, but I don't know. I don't think you can rat into the top 10.
And see, a good example of ratting in today's meta is kind of a team that I think about when I hear that is like Visuals, Braids, and Aminish. They're a land qualified team.
Mm-hmm.
They played very, very, very low key until end game, and then they went stupid. And they won a land ticket on FNCS, because they're good enough to do it. But that's the closest team that I could think of to ratting through to making FNCS. Like, yeah, they didn't fight a whole lot in early and mid game, but they were some of the best in game players in every single lobby. Like, you can't in trios especially. You damn sure ain't ratting into a top 10. It's impossible. But in solos, I feel like it's right there with it. I feel like in duos you probably could, but solos, no. Absolutely disagree with.
Yeah, it's crazy. So just go ahead.
And I'm gonna piggyback off what you said, Mike. I 100% think solos is harder than duos, just for the average comp player. Maybe not the top of the top, but and this is another take I have. I think Muzz wins solo FNCS on NA Central.
Ooh. I think BJ wins solo FNCS. That hair, dude. Muzz... When I'm on a call with you, BJ, I gotta hide my hair because look at that, dude. This is crazy.
No, you gotta let it all out. Would you ever grow it out or nah? Like from here on out.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute.
Crazy, bro.
No,
dude, I don't know what chat. Chat. Why does Mike's hair look like the MILFs love him?
Wait, hold on. Do you guys want to see a picture of me with my hair that's long?
Low-key.
Yes.
I think you guys might be surprised.
Also, may I go off on a tangent while you're pulling that up?
Yes.
BJ, you know what my biggest regret is? Telling you and Grant that I couldn't play that trio season.
Yeah.
Because looking on to it, it was it was my last semester in college, but I thought that my work schedule was going to be too much. I 100% could have, looking back on it, bro, and it wouldn't have even put a dent in my schedule playing comp. That's like, because dude, if we would have played that comp season, I really and truly felt like we had Div 2 potential.
Yeah, but I mean, I think you should also look forward to what you're going into, because I think, like, again, you're pretty excited about what's gonna happen with that.
Mike, you know what I'm saying? We talking about slime.
Oh wow.
Okay.
This is my long hair back in the day. It would go down to my shoulders.
I'd be terrified if you pulled up on the basketball court like that.
Yeah.
No,
okay, Mike.
It's super long hair, bro. Crazy long hair. Yeah. A little ponytail action. Good times.
Wait a minute, that's tough.
How did that feel on the head? Because I would never
dude, headaches sometimes, tight braids, got some headaches. Me having traditionally Asian hair, the braids wouldn't stay in very well. So I dry shampooed it, and I would either clay it or hairspray it to kind of keep it together, and then I'd rag it at night, do rag it. And it would stay for a week to 2 weeks, but I had basketball teammates that could keep their braids in for a month and a half, and my hair would just loosely fall out at some point. But yeah, I loved having long hair, man, and I loved getting braids too, but surprisingly, not everybody was happy that I would get braids. So I had to deal with that a lot of times. Be like, man, this Asian kid has braids. Why is he appropriating culture? And I'm like, dude, no, I'm not appropriating. I'm celebrating. All right.
I remember when Jeremy Lin got the braids when he was on Brooklyn. I remember that. And I remember the outlash that he got for it.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I never really worried about it too much. It's like, all right, you guys can hate me all you want for the way I do my hair, but I don't really fucking care, man. If all of my teammates accept me for my braids and I'm the only one of two Asian guys on the team, and everybody else accepts me for having braids, and then all my opponents on other teams think my braids are cool. Like, I don't really care if you want to like hop on Twitter and be like, "Oh, your braids suck," or "You shouldn't be wearing them."
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Opinion
Mike, I'm on.
invalidated.
Mike, I just sent you a picture on Discord. That was me in high school with my full flow, bro.
Let's see it.
You got a screen share of that one, bro. I look like a whole ass surfer kid, bro.
Whoa, dude. Whoa.
I used to have the BJ flow in high school.
Wait a second. Wait, why is it not sharing? Hold on. Whoa, dude.
Dude, that was me back in high school.
What a stud.
And you know what we stuck with now? The headband.
Hey, you know what? It'd be like that, dude. I have a headband.
Headband Mikey?
Wait, hold on. Let me find my headband.
Dude, look at me with my honors stole on and everything, bro. I used to be so smart. Got to college. Hell no.
What?
Dude, that dude, you know what I've never noticed in that picture? That dude in the back looks pissed.
Bro, he don't want to be there at all.
Yeah.
He don't
And
want to
that
be there
lady-
at all.
That lady sitting right there next to me was my English teacher, and we had her literally pissing her pants at graduation rehearsal. I've never heard somebody laugh as hard as what she did during that. That was the funniest shit ever.
With your long hair, did you ever try to do like a mullet or no? Or did you just let it flow?
I always tried for a mullet, bro, but I never shaved the sides.
Do you think you could have pulled it off? I don't know. People
100%.
Yeah, I don't think I could have pulled it off. Some people were like, you should have gone for a mullet at one point, but I was just like, I like just having it like.
Dude, actually.
Oh, I forgot about that headband. Oh my god. Oh.
Yes. BJ, you gotta get yours, bro. You gotta get yours.
I left it in the car. I was using it when I played basketball. I had to I had to have one because my hair gets in my face when I play. So like,
Dude, no, I think I've got a picture of me with the mullet whenever we won our IM flag football championship.
yeah, no, I could.
I
I don't think I could have.
later date.
I don't think I could have rocked the mullet personally.
Which, dude, let me be real with you. I'm from the South. I'm a white male. Mullets are very common with that status.
I wasn't gonna say it, but that's why I looked
Yeah.
at the question because I was like, no, I think you could have rocked the mullet.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
dude. From the
saying?
South, being a white male, yeah, mullets are very common.
Yeah, they're very popular there. I know that. So
Dude, I was so excited
No,
to
but
get
for real,
this
though.
headband because I was going to do that low taper fade stream. And
Oh
then my wife absolutely just shut that shit down. She's like,
no, man!
I love
Uncle
your hair
Arlo.
the way you are. If you do get this low taper fade, no coochie until you grow your hair back. And I'm like, sorry,
no,
chat, you just got
all right.
scammed.
I'm gonna go off on this story real quick. It's not gonna take but a minute. There used to be this Asian kid that came to our college parties, right? I mean, he was Asian as could be, but the biggest diehard redneck I've ever seen in my life. Had the long, slick back mullet, dude. Pulled up with a bush light in his hand every party. He was like, "Bro, where's the music at?" But coolest dude I've ever met, by the way.
Hey, I'm not strong enough to give it up. Chat, hate me for it. All right, grown ass man over here. All right,
Go ahead and cast me. I don't care.
I can go get a Gen Z low taper fade, or I could get what I'm getting right now later after the pod. Don't hate me.
Hey, but back to a I don't know how y'all feel about this, but I've got a little quiz that I wanted to do since Mike fired us with one in the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not on YouTube, or it's not on Google or anything. This is just my personal knowledge because I know it's right. But it is the top 10 people with the most FNCS wins across NA, EU, and OCE.
Ooh, combined?
Yeah, Mike, you're gonna have to carry this one, Mike.
Okay.
Okay.
BJ,
So
number one.
yes, how'd you know it?
Yeah.
I think I'll do
Yeah.
well on this.
All right, are y'all ready to start? Y'all start when y'all are ready.
So just top 10. Okay, so I mean,
top 10.
I know Mero got to
With
be
the
on there,
most
right?
wins.
Mero's on there, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
we're gonna
Mero
lock
is
in
on
Mero.
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mero's on there.
Okay.
Okay.
Mero
Mero-
is second place, actually.
we could probably
and this goes in order of how decorated the player is FNCS wise, because there's a couple people with the same amount of FNCS wins.
Yeah.
So I'd say Whale's on there then, right, Mike?
Yeah,
Right?
Whale has 6 FNCS Wests.
Okay.
Whale is number 3.
Okay, so that's how I'm getting it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we got to look at guys like so we got Marrow, we got Whale.
There's one other person with 6.
What was it, Tayson? No. I'm
How many did Marrow win with Coop?
With who?
With Coop.
Just one.
Just one.
Just one
yeah.
land.
But Tayson's there, right? No? Or
yeah, let's lock in Tayson.
I'm going it through with Mike. Yeah.
Locking Tayson?
Yeah, I'm down to lock Tayson.
Tayson is number 1.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Because he's one of 2 or 3 players that have a win in solos, duos, trios, and squads.
Yeah.
That's why he's number 1.
So there's Arkham that was on West that won a bunch, BJ. A few of them even with Epic. So that's one person we can consider. Who else has the 3-peat?
4 pick.
What about Pete and Pollo? No.
Pete and Pollo got to be. I think they have 3 now, right?
3 and then the 1-1. Well, yeah, 3 from 5 and then the 1-1 split in 6.
Yeah, and then also Booga has a 3-peat on here, so he's potentially in this list. How about I feel like going either Pete or Pollo is a safe safe lock. You want to lock Pete?
We're locking Pete and Pollo?
Yeah, lock Pete first. Yeah,
that's your 5 and 6 right there.
Oh,
Pete and Pollo.
5 and 6. So what do we have? We have 1 through 3.
Y'all have number 4 missing. You have number 4 missing, and then after 6. So 7 through 10.
4, 7 through 10. Okay, so who's in that middle? You said Arkham though, right? I mean,
Arkham has a lot. Arkham has at least 5, I think.
So he's probably the 4th spot. No,
I think so. Because
Arkham,
Epic duoed with Arkham a lot, and I fought Epic and Arkham in Misty Meadows. BJ's like, this guy, dude. He'll never stop talking about that. Yeah, you want to? How many misses do we get? 3?
Yes, 3.
Okay, I'm cool with Arkham.
Yeah, let's lock Arkham.
Arkham is number 4.
We're killing this list, BJ.
And see, I will say this, on my list, I actually have 11, and I did not realize that.
Okay.
But there is one other person that's got 5+ FNCS wins.
So there's not a lot of Asia players, so we can cut those out. King has a lot of FNCS wins on Brazil, and now he's in NA. He has none in NA.
No Brazil players are in this. It's only
NA,
you're
right.
EU, and OCE.
Oh, OCE? Okay, so there's Power Alex is on there for sure, BJ. He has to be. He has 6, I think.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about those.
Are we locking Alex?
Yeah,
No.
I'm going for it. BJ, kick me from the call if you don't get it. I'm locking Alex.
Alex is on there.
Okay, Alex has got to be on there.
Alex was in my honorable mention. That's the 11th. But, OCE
11
with 6 FNCS wins, it's still on. That's still a crazy feat, but it's not in the main, like, NA or EU. So
Wait,
that's why
he
I
has
my honorable mention.
He has 6 at 11. Oh, wait, but is your list ordered from most to least or just players?
Most to least, yeah. And then I have Alex as my honorable mention.
Wow. Okay. Muzz has got to be there because he's OCE. Now he's NA. Muzz has. How many does Muzz have? Muzz has 3. Are you familiar with Muzz, BJ?
Not really. I never really was tuned in on like OCE stuff, so I can't lie. I don't know.
Yeah. I think. All right. Muzz has got to be somewhere on there. I'm going to keep Muzz in my back pocket. Kanata has 1.
Most consistent player in FNCS Grand Finals history, as a matter of fact.
True. Never missed. Never
every
missed.
single one.
Booga has a 3-peat. So Booga's got to be somewhere in there.
We could, I mean, if you want to, we could use Booga as the stress test for 10, and then we could take that as the strike. that's what you want to do. See where he is if he's in that.
I will say this. I'll give y'all a hint.
Mm-hmm.
8 through 10 is EU players.
Ooh,
but
I love that.
7's not.
All right, so we got to go like Seti and Cammy. Seti and Cammy got to be up there. They have 5 at least. Okay. Are you familiar with Seti and Cammy?
I knew they dominated for a minute, but I don't know.
Now, I will say this. If we lock both of them, that's 2 strikes.
I mean, then just go with the safe route and say one of them. And then if one of them's in there, then we'll do the other one, right? And that's something, I think that's a smart thing to do.
Yeah, should we?
Unless you want to add entertainment value to it, and you're like, they're definitely 8 through 10.
No, I'm trying to win this list.
Okay, yeah. So
y'all are doing really well. Y'all are doing a lot better than what I thought y'all would. I did not think y'all were gonna guess Arkham. I thought Mike might have had him in the back of your mind, but
Mike was always gonna get the Arkham pick. Dude, he was always gonna get the Arkham pick.
This is like when we talked about, like, I was trying to give you guys a hint on one of the POIs of all time. Thing. And I'm like, you guys both talked about this for 15 seconds, and this is like one place that's related to me. And Retro's like, Shifty Shafts.
Yeah, no. Oh my god. Yeah. Do you want to try Seti?
Because most of the players at the end of the list are EU. The only players I can think of in NA that have multiple. Booga has multiple. Muzz has multiple. I mean, yeah. Let's. Go ahead.
Okay, let me think real quick. So you said 8 through 10. We still haven't got 7 yet, right? Or did we get 7?
Y'all have not got 8 through 10. Y'all have not gotten the 7 pick yet.
Okay, and then we talked like OC was in that mix. Oh, I don't know if. Okay, what was the hint that you were gonna give?
Okay. Well, I'm trying to think of a valid hint that doesn't just directly give it away. Oh, I've got a good hint. Mike might know this one. He was the first Tier 1 pro to ever duo with Peterbot.
Oh, I know that. That's Booga. That's Booga.
Are we locking Booga?
Booga. Oh wait, did Booga duo with Poyo? Am I getting these guys mixed up? Booga definitely duo play, or no, he passed on Poyo, did he? Or did he play with?
Passed on Poyo.
I'm pretty sure Booga played with Peterbot.
Are we locking Booga?
I don't know, BJ. BJ, you got to instill some confidence in me, brother. Who should we go with? There's a couple of names I'm down to go with. And I'm not reading chat. I have my chat hidden for this because I don't want to fucking cheat because I feel like I know comp. But like Muzz has got to be somewhere in there. Booga, Seti, Cammy. We already said Tayson. I feel like
now remember,
yeah.
This list is in order of FNCS wins plus the importance of the wins. Like, Tayson was first, being he's won FNCS in every single mode. But then Miro, he's got 6 as well. But it's only been in duos and trios.
Interesting. Like Mitro's gotten FNCS's wins. Mongrel does too.
But they're not in the. I don't think they're top 10. Well,
would y'all like another hint?
Before we go for another hint, let's lock a name because we have 0 misses right now.
I like it. Yeah, 0 misses.
I'm down. I think I'm most confident in the Seti one.
Seti
Cammy.
Seti Cammy. Let's go with Retro. We're gonna lock Seti.
You want to lock Seti?
Seti.
No.
Really?
Wow. Wait, but is this based on number of FNCS wins or is this based on importance?
Mainly based on number, yes. Seti only has 2 FNCS wins.
I see.
But yeah. Okay.
But one of them was the Globals with Cammy.
Yeah, pretty
everybody
important.
knows about that one.
Okay. All right, so that's our first miss. And
what was the hint then?
Oh, yeah, give us the hint.
The hint for number 7, which is after Poyo, is he is a NA Central player.
NA Central.
Now, currently he's an NA Central player.
Was he I don't know. Do I get to ask you questions? I don't feel like that's fair.
I feel like y'all, how about this? I'll give each of you an ask question that doesn't directly give away who this person is.
Okay, this player that you're talking about, Were they previously an NA West player?
No.
Okay.
They're East. What?
Because
Or at least I'm about 99% positive that they weren't.
Because I was thinking maybe it would have been BJ.
Okay. My question is, okay, there's NA. Were they always in the NA region?
Yes.
Okay, so that takes Muzz out of the
left
question.
NA region.
Yeah.
That takes Muzz out of the question.
And we have 7, 8, 9, and 10. We have 4 players.
And they're in NA? What? I'm so bad with this knowledge. I'm surprised I was able to contribute as much as I did. I'm trying to think.
No, you're doing good. You're doing good.
And I'll give you another free hint.
Ooh, okay. I love free hints.
Okay, wow, he's very generous.
This person is originally from the NA East comp region.
It's got to be Booga. Booga just keeps coming to my head. Booga has 3. Used to be East. Now he's Central. Ranked of importance. Trios. A back-to-back-to-back. FNCS has got to be high up there. But there's got to be people with more wins. I don't know. I'm leaning towards. How many do you know how many Reet has, BJ?
No clue at all.
Because Reet has a
How
few
about this?
too.
I will tell you this, and this is the last hint for this one. And I'm not going to give you a hint for 8 with this hint. Reet is not on the list.
Oh, thank God.
Well,
that's a big hint. Appreciate
That's
it.
a big hint. That's a
I feel
huge
like that's
hint.
a green. I feel like that's a green light to say Booga. Then no.
Yeah.
Reed was the only other one I could think of other than Booga, and I don't even know
Booga?
what Reed was at. So,
Because if Booga is at 7, and then the earlier hint was that EU players and OCE players were at the top of the list, and we already got the 11th OCE player, then we can go somewhere like Vanyak, Swizzy, people like that for EU, which are just like crazy. So I'm down to lock Booga if you want to lock Booga, because I can't think of any other FNCS Central players that are in that conversation. What do you think?
Yeah, let's lock Booga. I'm cool with the Booga pick.
Locking Booga?
Locking it.
Booga is number 7.
Oh, okay.
And by the way, he has 4 FNCS wins.
Oh, fuck, really? Oh, my bad. My bad, World Cup guy.
And then he's got 1 outlier.
Okay, World Cup guy.
Little hint. 8 through 10 is strictly EU.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're all EU, and we've already established that SETI is out of that mix. So it's more than whatever SETI had, and that was 2, right? So everyone here is at least a 3-time winner?
Yeah, Swizzy has 3, I believe. Okay, but one of them might have gotten invalidated because he's a Russian player.
I can attest to that.
Wow.
Yeah. Dude, who in the chat surprised by my fucking comp knowledge, okay? People say I don't know shit about comp.
You're doing way better than what I thought you were going to do.
I know so much shit about comp, dude. Yeah, Swizzy, Vanyak are crazy. There are other popular players like Marius who hasn't gotten any.
Marius has 1. And that was
Marius?
the most recent.
Oh, okay. Maybe I missed that.
Remember Vanya, Pixie, and Marius, they got the 1.
True. Pixie's crazy, actually. EU.
Man, I'm really not.
I'm not going to lie. I thought y'all would get number 8 almost instantaneously.
Really?
Really? Huh?
Yeah.
There's got to be one that's just out there. And we have 1 miss. Are you familiar with Vanyak or Swizzy, BJ?
I'm familiar with Swizzy a little bit. Vanyak, he has a 3 at the end of his name, right?
Yeah.
Like in his user. I think it was like Vanyak 3K or something. I don't remember what it was. I remember there being a 3 in there. That's all I really knew about Vanyak. Because I don't know anything about EU. I'm trying to think back to when I just was like bored and I was watching resub videos, and then maybe I caught the scoreboard, and I could think about who was at the top there, but I can't remember anything.
Dude, I'm trying to think back to like the Timmy FNBR like video essays. Have you guys watched the Timmy videos?
Yeah.
So good. Hold on, wait. Why is BJ's Retro's long flowing hair still on my second monitor? Oh, it's because I was hiding chat. Never mind. We got to keep it up. Never mind.
No, see, it's bad though, because the only thing that's coming to my head is Teeny and Misha's camping strategy, and they're not in this list. So it's not helping at all. They're not in this list, and I can't stop thinking about them.
All right. Seti, Cammy. Dude, I know so many more EU players. I just
Would
can't.
y'all like a hint?
I'm blanking.
Uh-huh.
I'm down for a hint. What do you think, BJ?
I'm down. I'm never gonna say no to a hint.
Number 8 is an IGL.
That doesn't help me.
A European IGL.
Veno is an IGL. How many does Veno have? I don't think Veno has that many. I think he has one. Queasy's got to be on there somewhere. Dude, how did I forget about Queasy? Queasy has a couple. Dude, I'm down to lock Queasy.
Mm-hmm.
Are you down?
Are we locking?
Yeah, let's lock.
All right, let's do it. We're locking Queasy.
Queasy is number 8.
Let's go,
Okay.
baby.
Okay.
That's what I was like, bro, are y'all really serious right now?
Wait, was that the one that was obvious?
Queasy? Yeah, that's the one that I thought was the most obvious, was Queasy being on the list. I mean, he's literally, in my opinion, the greatest IGL to ever touch the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so now we
Number
have 9 and 10.
I'm not gonna lie, I peeked at chat for a second, so I can't say those names anymore. Damn, but it's gonna have to be up to Mike to pick that one then, unless you want me to tell you what I saw.
Hey, I'm down. I don't know why I'm making it unnecessarily hard on myself. Like I got something to prove. People, I don't know shit about comp. Hey, I got a deep bag. All right.
I don't know anything about like titles and like their numbers, but what about Mustache and Malibuca? Where are they in there?
Oh,
Yeah, they're up there. No?
yes, that was the duo I was trying to remember that was contesting the Machinist medallion back in the Nitro season. Dude.
Now,
how many?
I will say this. If you guess 2 players, I will give you credit for one if you get them, but you will get a strike if the other one's not on there.
That's giving me like a vibe that one of them was more dominant than the other. But I don't know.
That was a hint inside of a hint.
Exactly.
Oh
So I don't know their comp. Like I don't know their comp careers. I know they're popular, but I don't know what led up to everything.
Mustache and Malibuca are crazy. I think Malibuca, they got so much hate. So if you guys are unfamiliar with Mustache and Malibuca, they contested Mr. Savage
right?
at Steamy Stacks back in the day, and everyone called them cheaters because they were winning off spawn a lot. And then they ended up winning multiple FNCSs. So they kind of broke that stigma. Dude, I'm down to go Malibuca over Mustache. I don't think we should go 2.
Oh, so you're not even gonna risk the? Okay, yeah, no, I'm cool with that. If you're very confident with that, I'm cool with that.
What do you think? Do you think we should guess 2 names?
Then we'd be down to 1 strike left, and there's still 2 spots left. I don't.
There would be 1 spot left after.
Oh, there's 1 spot left. Oh, yeah. I think we could go eye for an eye there if you want to.
You make the call. You make it.
Let's make it interesting. Let's go with eye for an eye here, if we have to. Yeah.
So, what name do you want to lock in?
I want to say Malibuca.
All right, we're locking Malibuca.
Malibuca's number 10.
Let's go.
Okay.
Number 9 is the last one.
Oh, what?
The last one.
And I'll give you a hint.
Uh-huh.
You're ready for a hint?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Number 9 is known as an IGL and a fragger.
In the EU region.
Most recently an IGL.
Oh. I don't know how many Veno has. Veno's now transitioned to a full IGL. And he's learning. He's not the greatest IGL, but he's still very good. Said he's not on this list. Cammy might be on this list. I don't know. At this point, I think I'm so deep in my bag, BJ. I don't have any other names. I don't think Swizzy and Vanyak are on this list. With Malibuca on it, I doubt Mustache is on this list. And we still have
Malibuca being 10, yeah.
We still have 2 strikes, right?
Yes. So yeah, I mean, you could use the. So your last two are Veno and who's the other one?
Veno, Cammy, Swizzy, Vanyak. Those are the only names I can think of.
I don't think Cammy would be there if Seti's not there though. But what did Cammy have over Seti? That I don't know about that one.
Well, like Queasy and Cammy duoed for a while, and I don't know how many Queasy ended up winning with Cammy.
Would y'all like another hint?
Oh, well, I'm never gonna turn down a hint. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, go ahead.
So this person has won a duos FNCS, another duos FNCS, and recently a trios FNCS.
Oh, so they
had to win like last season.
Yeah. I don't know who won
this
in the
season.
EU in the past 2 seasons.
Dude, I'm really getting chopped for my current game knowledge because I haven't watched that much as of this chapter 6.
Earlier in the podcast,
I have throw in another hint that might throw y'all for a twirl. This player is in X set.
Veno?
Veno. Yeah, lock Veno.
Veno. We're locking Veno.
Fuck, I gave too much information away.
Yeah, the X set was a killer.
Isn't Veno the only one in the 4 we named that's an X set?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. This is Veno.
But yeah. So my list also goes along with what ChatGPT had to say. ChatGPT, as well as myself, had Tayson, Miro, Epic Whale, Arkham, Peterbot, Poyo, Booga, Queasy, Veno, Malabuka. And the reason that there's other people with similar FNCS wins, but these are the top 10. And then an honorable mention of Alex.
Yeah.
You know, Alex being on OCE, not a crazy difficult region. Muzz has also won one on OCE. So
let me do the little Alex Caruso.
I guess you could really say that that's more of a top 10 players. You could say all time, but I wouldn't throw Tayson at number 1.
Okay.
But y'all did very well. 1 strike. The X hint was a little too much hint.
Yeah, the X one really gave it because
that was a little too much.
I don't remember any of them else.
As 3, he won a duos with Aqua, a duos with Queasy, and a trios with Vico and Flixie.
Ooh, Aqua. I haven't thought about Aqua's name in so long.
Dude, no. One of these podcasts, we need to do every FNCS winner. There's a quiz on Google that you can take, and you just type in their names, and it tells you yes or no. And you don't have to get it exact. If you get close enough to it, it'll tell you.
I think I saw a Fortnite Wordle before. Something.
Oh, God.
Like the 3 of us doing a Fortnite Wordle might be a lot of fun.
That would be fun.
Oh, my gosh.
I've also got one more topic that I would like on the Fortnite side. I don't know. Let's see. What are we doing with time? We're at hour 57. Mike, do you care if we go through another topic?
Dude, let's do it.
Let
me just turn my camera off and wipe my sweat off, because if you guys are listening, audio only or watching, it is 86 degrees in here. So just give me a second. Let me wipe some sweat off my head, dude.
You want me to proceed with the question? The topic is a question, which Mike, me and BJ both know the answer for you for this question. But your all-time favorite Fortnite POI?
Ooh, tough one for me.
Oh, no.
I wonder what Mike's could be, chat.
But can you repeat the question?
Your all-time favorite Fortnite POI?
Do you want to go? Wait, do you want me to go first since you're like recovering from your Game 7 performance, or do you want to hop in right away, Mike?
My Game 7. Hey, I'm not trying to pump up my own ego here, but I feel like I did pretty good on that list.
No, you were. Oh my god, you're in your bag. Like the fries were at the bottom.
And I was reaching for it, me and my big back ass, dude. Okay.
No, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can go first.
Yeah,
but I think everybody knows my answer already. It's Misty Meadows. Misty Meadows is the best POI of all time. You got an East and West split. You got East having more loot and more buildings. West, you have the mountain that you can also contest for Storm Surge, as well as contesting directly east. You have so many outplays with building under the bridge, over the bridge, under stairways, connecting buildings on the west side. fishing spots galore. If you wanted to make a ulti north rotate, which we did in FNCS squads a lot, and we placed top 215 because your boy was the IGL. If we're getting mad contested by both east and by mountains, we'd get some storm surge and then rotate directly south to the dock over the mountain, where we'd use the river to go down quickly, hop in the boat, and literally wrap around the entire map on the outer water to get to a north zone free while also getting storm surge tag there. Misty Meadows, dude, had the perfect combination of loot split as well as high ground, low ground dynamics, storm surge everywhere, and then clear and easy rotates, whether or not you wanted to go to the dam, through the lake and get fishing loot, or pretty like nifty north zone rotates. If we're pulling all the way up to like the agency, if you get that 50-50 north-south map split where the edge of the storm zone, the circle was like right in the middle of the map, you could literally run straight down south, hop in a boat, wrap all the way around the map. Nobody's ever going to bother you or think you're doing that. And then now you have a fully stacked squad rotated perfectly into the north side of zone where nobody's going to expect you to be, and you're just going to be able to take fights there and ambush teams. So yeah, Misty Meadows, #1 POI for me.
I think for me, obviously, I'm not going to have much to really back my statement. This is kind of just like a nostalgia sense, I guess. For me, my favorite growing like through with the game was Salty. I really liked Salty Springs a lot.
Salty's so iconic.
I loved it. I think aside from Clock Tower, the basement house was like probably the second most like pickaxe like fighting area where you fought with pickaxes for the spot. And then obviously
pickaxes did 10.
Yeah, it hit for 10. So those fights, chat, were dragged so much. Sometimes you wouldn't even
want to hit for 56.
Oh yeah, that too. But sometimes you wouldn't even get in the house. You would like literally there'd be like 5 bodies on the outside of like the basement or on the outside of the house, and you were just like, what's even happening? Is the house even that good? Chat, that house meant the world to everybody.
Yeah,
like that was our FNCS. That was our trophy if we actually got to that house. And then the basement too. I remember I sent you a clip, Mike, where you were reacting to stuff with viewers. I sent you the one where me and my friends just camped the basement and we put like a gun like underneath. Yeah, that used to be our favorite strat. And then when OG came back, we would go in the basement, we'd put all the cones down, and then we'd all hide in one cone. And as soon as someone comes in, we'd all jump at the person. I'm telling you, it was a fun place to troll, and it like early on when I was playing, it's a lot of fun to just like try to be able to be the one to say, yeah, I got that house. Yeah, I'm the one that sometimes you wouldn't even leave Salty as the winner. You just won the house, and that meant the world to you. So I don't know. Salty is somewhere deep. It's deep in my heart there.
Dude, and then everybody would go for the basement house and realize there's 15 people landing on the house. And so like 4 or 5 of them would go to the little house across the street.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, no, like that door is beat up. The one across the street, that door is beat up because it was like single file line trying to get away from that house.
And then in the kitchen, the walls weren't even fully built. Like there were holes in the walls, and so like people could be outside of it with like a burst AR, like shooting you on the inside. Dude. So scuffed. I love Salty. I think my nostalgia pick. My favorite of all time, Misty for sure, but my nostalgia pick is got to be Flush Factory. No.
Oh, yeah.
It's got to like Flush Factory was fun, but Haunted Hills is probably my nostalgia pick, because that was when my wife just started playing Fortnite with me, and we would either go Junk Junction or Haunted Hills. And me and her fought Daquan and somebody else there, and Daquan shit on both of us. But that was when I was playing on a 60-inch TV on console with crazy input delay, and she was playing on a laptop using the mouse pad. And she was getting like 40 FPS, dude. Just so fun, man. So fun.
Dude, all right, so this is going to make a lot of people cry, right? My nostalgia pick, 10 out of 10 times, wouldn't think twice about it, is Anarchy Acres.
Ooh, okay.
But my favorite POI all time, taking a trip back to Chapter 3, would have to be Coney Crossroads.
Yeah, I didn't play Chapter 3.
Dude,
Yeah,
it was.
I don't know anything about
You
that.
remember that was the chrome season where you could turn into little blobs of chrome and you could like phase through walls and stuff.
I've seen videos, but yeah,
But
I never lived through it.
That's whenever I started my arena grind, was that season, and I used to remember going to Coney Crossroads and like get 1 or 2 kills, then go up to the little floating balloon vault, and that was just so much fun. Me and my friend, he doesn't play anymore, but me and him have dropped so many 10 kill off spawns at Coney Crossroads, but. You could get the little metal globs, and the whole POI at one point was chrome, so you could phase through all of it. You could just like find a kid camping in a corner, like, angle your camera where you could see somebody around a door, like camping in a corner. Where you just get your little chrome blob and you just phase through the wall, and you're right there in front of them. It was, dude, I will never forget that. That was the funnest and probably my favorite all time POI.
Man, yeah, part of me misses. Or wishes that I played during chapter 3 and chapter 4.
So fun.
Because I did watch a little bit of comp during that time, but man, I was so into Apex and I was so into Call of Duty Warzone.
Yeah.
Have there been games for you guys that have just like absolutely captured you like Fortnite has in the past? Because those were 2 games where I was just completely dived into a different game other than Fortnite.
For me, it was the hero shooters. I guess Minecraft too. Most people had a Minecraft phase, but I kind of took it a step further. I did content on like Minecraft. I was if you know Bed Wars. I was a Bed Wars streamer, and I think back to it a lot. I'm like, damn, like it wasn't even because it wasn't even because like the game like vanilla Minecraft. It was just the mini game that I was like really obsessed with. I used to love that. Valorant was another one just because I never was really into first person shooter games growing up. I was always just like we talked about the other stream, like that iPad kid, or I was I don't know. My first so when I played Val and then I started to actually get good at it, I was like, I can see why people kind of like FPS games. It's kind of fun. So it always holds a spot in my heart. And then Overwatch is just because that was like the first time I legitimately was like, I'm going to take content creation seriously and kind of understood the ins and outs and kind of learn how things kind of operated. I don't know. I also just liked Overwatch for a little bit until it made me crash out every day. But that's every video game at this point. Fortnite makes me crash out a lot now at this point.
Also, Mike, I have a question. I see the time that we're getting to. I have 2 more topics that I'd like to go over. I don't know what you want to do for time. I'm good if BJ is.
God,
I'm
Retro.
cool with whatever.
I just
well, I just want to make sure, man.
My
other 2 topics are good, but this one,
dude, I'm in it. I'm down to I'm literally down to talk as long as you guys want. I've been thinking in my head like I want to keep an internal timer here and be respectful of you guys' times, but I'm down. I'm a fucking professional yapper, so I'm down for whatever.
Dude, I just enjoy talking with the 2 of you.
I just see BJ over there with his arms crossed, and I just feel just judged the whole time over here.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm in my own world when I do that. I'm like deep in thought. I'm like, I'm looking into my literal Elgato key light and blinding myself. Like I'm just like, I don't know what I'm gonna say here, or if I could even help here.
How many lights do you have on you at this moment in time?
I have 2.
You have 2.
I have one right above the camera and one like just facing the other way, or else it's just gonna be a bad shadow here.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Dude, I love talking to people that have some good lighting. You know.
I don't have good lighting.
You got the monitor lighting, bro.
No, dude, I've got these right here, man. I got little bar lights, bro.
Oh, there you go. Hey, it's not bad. You look fine.
You don't have to go the expensive route. No, my lighting story was it's something. I started with like my bedside lamp, like the ones I got off like Amazon. I still have it. It's all the way over there. I'd put it on my like bedstand and then or my nightstand, and I would just crank the light to my face. It wasn't even great. I had the biggest shadow on this side of my face, and I was like, yeah, this looks beautiful. And then I did that. And then I ended up going on Amazon. I bought like basically these lights, but like the cheaper ones on Amazon you see with like $40, and they have like the different tints you can put on it. So I bought those. Those are my second pair. And then when I was like, you know, I want to do content and I really want to be passionate about it, I went all out and just bought these 2 key lights. That's my lighting journey.
Dude, you know what that reminds me of? And Retro, I promise we'll get into your topic or your topics.
100%.
That reminds me of my first ever stream setup.
No, hey, that's
Oh,
So
you got the backlighting.
Talking about the lamp. There's the lamp right there, dude. And then I had a normal
exactly.
But this is what I'm talking about when
it's hilarious.
people say like I don't have the equipment to go live, bro. I started with this.
Mhm.
Literally, this is what I started with, and you can grow from this to whatever number you want. I'm getting a brand new microphone soon. I've had this same microphone for 8 years. You don't need to have the best equipment. Like,
No.
you just got to start.
I don't have the best equipment.
Dude, and you gained like 200 subs in like 4 days. You know what I'm saying? It's the chain.
It's chain, man. Platinum right there, baby. We flexing on them.
It's crazy.
But, to answer your question though, Mike, about games that just captivated me other than Fortnite, is mine was all throughout middle school and all up until 2017, day 2 of Fortnite drop was Grand Theft Auto 5.
Ooh, yeah.
God, dude, I guarantee I've almost got double the hours spent on it versus Fortnite, and I played Fortnite for double the amount of like years. Like, dude, I was one of those kids during summer.
Dude, I didn't have an Xbox or a PS4 or PS3 or anything like that back in the day. But my buddy had an Xbox and he had Gears of War. Dude, I wasn't even great friends with him, but I would make any excuse I could to go hang out with him so I could go play Gears on his Xbox. I'd be like, hey, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing later after school? Oh, I don't know, man. Like, hey, why don't we go play Gears of War? I don't even think he liked me that much, but he was too like nice to say no. And I would go over there and play Gears of War on his Xbox for like 3 hours straight.
That's how I was with my friend in Grand Theft Auto.
Oh,
wait, that reminds me. I'm gonna grab something real quick. But you keep talking. I'm gonna grab something real quick.
Okay, Mike. This next topic that I wanted to go over, and this can be, we can revamp it whenever BJ gets back. But oh, dude, that's peak streaming.
Yeah, like Marlon said, that's peak streaming. This was my next streaming setup.
Dude, that's in the college dorm right there, ain't it?
You know, it's the garage, dude. It's my parents' garage, dude.
I ran in dude.
That door right there in the background over here could never close because I had an Ethernet cable, a 60-foot Ethernet cable going from the modem in the living room through the living room, taped on the ceiling, so they hated it. All the way through this door. On the other side of this door is a bathroom, so the bathroom door wouldn't even close very well, which people hated. And then it ran through the bathroom, through the laundry room, into my setup. But yeah,
hey,
I digress.
Speaking of Marlon, look at the chat real quick.
Dude, I know. I love you, Marlon. Marlon, Grant in here, Ender, Gilly. I think Gilly left. I haven't read chat that much, so I apologize, but I appreciate and love you guys, man.
But no, this next topic that I wanted to go towards was, this could be sensitive, which between the three of us, I don't think it will be. Who is y'all's favorite competitive team that you've ever played with?
Ooh, like teammates?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mine, I don't have to think twice about it.
Yeah, for me it's easy. His name is Jaden, aka J Boobs.
Yeah, I've heard stories about him, man.
Dude, best friend in real life, best comp teammate, absolutely fucking nuts. Talk about a guy that's not a pro player, but would absolutely hold the ones with Epic Whale and Misty Meadows. Like, we had 0 earnings. We both still have 0 earnings. But, like, dude is just, like, mechanically gifted and such a smart player, such a good guy when it comes to, like, emotions, and really great with accountability. Always kept me in check, too. Like, that was peak comp for me and Jaden. And then outside of that, my highest placement ever, my FNCS squad team, me, my guy RJ, who sometimes pops in the chat, Jaden, and then our other friend, Killian, aka Sleazy. Shout out to that team, dude. We were a fucking menace team on NA West at that time.
I think for me, I think for me, I guess there's bias because it's family, but I mean,
Yeah.
my brother obviously was
Yeah.
my favorite comp teammate to be because I mean it's just easy. It's easier, of course, because you know at the
Yeah.
time when we played together, he wasn't at college yet, so we were both under the same roof. We were playing literally in other rooms, just like you know. And then like as soon as we would end stream or like we'd be done with the tournament, we'd just go downstairs and eat and just talk about it. Like just be like, it was like Brandon could tell you, I overthink the hell out of things, man. So we would get off stream. I walk to the dinner table and we just talk for a bit while we eat. I like look at him. I'm like, why did I make that call? And why didn't you stop me from making that call? And then he's like, well, I don't know. I respect your IGL. And I'm like, yeah, but like, come on, you can't look at that play and tell me that was a good play. That was pretty freaking bad.
Dude,
Like, I don't know.
that was when I first joined the comm, was whenever you and Brandon were duoing, and that just to me would look like that was the most fun you were ever having in that time period.
Oh, it was a lot of fun just because, you know, me and my brother, we obviously share interests, but, you know, with him being like, there being like a 4-year gap between the two of us, you know, we didn't get to experience, you know, running together in high school together. We didn't really get to experience playing on the same basketball team because age divisions and with all the athletics and stuff like that, there's usually an age group that we're just never in the same thing. So like with Fort, it was like the first time that me and him were like, legitimately a duo and we felt like we were running something, so that was just cool to me. It was a fun experience. Every competitive teammate that I've played with, I've had a good time. You know, just like that's probably something I'll just never take for granted, is that I actually got to spend a couple of seasons and play something and have the same interest and really give it our all, like as brothers at something. Like it was a lot of fun.
I would say for me, it was whenever me and Pat duoed together. That was the official start of my whole competitive career, dude. We started on a duo cash cup in chapter 4, and we won a game, bro. We thought we were the best players on the face of the earth, bro. We got our little 5-kill win. We thought we were fucking crazy. But no, me and Pat we met very late in life. You know, like compared to how like my age I'm at, it was pretty late compared to how I met my other friends. And I met actually through my friend Devin, and they were like, dude, this guy Crank, like he's so good. Like he would give you a run for your money. He didn't give me a run for my money, but no, he did. But it was just so much fun, bro. Like our competitive chemistry was just like that from day one. Like I knew he was the IGL. He knew I was Fragger. Like whatever call he made, I would was on his hip. Like, and then that was the first time I ever qualified to a round 2, which was for FNCS in 5-3.
Wow.
The funniest thing, we it was our last game, and we were I think we were like 60 points behind qual, which, you know, at that time, that's like a win, like, you know, a win behind. And by that point, you know, that whole next lobby plays through. Well, we get to end game. We're both stacked out of our mind. We both have max mats. We're both full shield. And Pat's like, fuck it, let's split up. And I was like, split up? But we need to win this game. And he was like, dude, I don't care. I want you to go in every scenario you can and just get as much damage off as you can. We split up, dropped 23 kills, and won the game and called the round 2.
Crazy.
And that's whenever kills were worth 2 points. Or I think, it was 2 points. It was 2 points back then. So we had a win plus a top 5 in one game without kills. So, and we qualified with 22 points to spare, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, but it's moments like that that is like, you know, it's crazy to think about. Like, it's the kind of chemistry where it's like, I would not do this with anybody else. You know?
Literally.
It's like, I don't know. I've had moments like that with Brandon where it's just like we would make a play, but I would only call that play because of the thing with Brandon. I think that differed from every other like teammate that I've had in any video game is he used the dumbest items. Like when
it always gets kills with him.
It always works.
Well.
But it made my job so much easier because I was like, he doesn't need the meta loadout. I'll give him all my garbage, and then he's gonna be able to go crazy with it.
Dude, that's
the crazy part
so
too.
Fun.
He was the fragger of the two of us. So what happened was What happened? Before I'll give an example. Before Chain of Hades was like mainstream in the competitive sense, where everyone was like, "Oh, we could just get in and do all that." Like before then, no one really was like, "This is the weapon that's gonna get us refreshes."
But Brandon did.
Yeah, like the first tournament that season, Brandon has it in his hand, and he just goes, "I just go like, let's get on this team," and he doesn't even have his shotgun out. He's like running into the box with the thing out. I'm like, why are we doing this? And then he ends up clutching it, and I looked at my monitor. I was like, "Why? What just happened?" So then the very next game, I grab a pair, and then we did the same thing, and it worked. I was like, I don't think I've had that experience with a teammate where it was like it's so out of reach that it works. I don't know.
Yeah,
it was crazy,
man. And chat, just to let you know, I opened up a Q&A. So if you guys have any questions or topics you guys want us to touch on, I'd love to. And just reading some of your guys' chats, Mako said, mine was me and a guy from middle school named Zach. We killed and won games, killing NA East pros in late chapter 1 and early chapter 2. Hell yeah, man. And then guys, if you didn't know, but Malin in the chat at one point was actually a top 100 player in OCE. Literally top ranked 100 player, crazy. Multiple earnings, tournament wins. Mullen was insane at Fortnite back in the day. So shout out to you, brother. One of the questions from Techno is coming in. Techno asks, is Mullen cute? I think so.
I think he is.
I think there's no debate there. Actual question, but this time, what is y'all's favorite season?
Ooh, spicy. I think BJ needs to lead this one off.
I was asked this earlier in stream. I get asked this a lot. I think it's a pretty standard streamer question. Like a lot of people come in, they're just genuinely curious. I always say 1.5, and I think I've talked about it here and there. The reason I liked 1.5 was I got into the game in 1.4. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. 1.5, I didn't know what the hell I was doing either. But I look back on that season, what it introduced, I think, is a very major part of the game today. I think Grappler was introduced that season, correct?
Yeah.
So yeah, Grappler being involved in that. Rift-to-Goes were in there. Or not Rift-to-Goes, but Rifts were there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So all that kind of stuff was involved. I think. When did Shockwave come out? Shockwave was 6.
Shockwave
I think.
6
I don't
or
think
7.
I don't think Shockwave was 5. But there was a couple items in chapter 1, season 5 where it was it would become a main staple of the game. I think the P90 came out in 1.5.
The P90 was broken that season.
Yeah, it was. I remember watching the Daquan video over and over of him holding 5 P90s and just going at somebody.
No, but low key though, that suppressed SMG around that same time frame was better.
I think people just grabbed whatever was glamorous, and that was the glamorous
then it was
thing.
just different color. Let me grab it.
So I mean, what else was introduced in 1.5? I think Double Barrel was introduced in 1.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was that.
That was iconic.
ATKs were in 1.5.
Yeah.
So a lot of the things like movement, I enjoy movement in Fortnite, no matter what the
was it hunting rifle also in chapter 5, or was that chapter 4?
Or what, chapter 1.5? I think it was in 1.5. I don't remember.
Hunting rifle was 1.5.
I don't remember what much about things beforehand. I remember 4 had the shop. Well, no, shopping cart was. When was shopping cart?
Shopping cart was. Was it?
I think it was 4.
It might have been. I have this funny clip, dude, where I hopped in a shopping cart and I was rolling down a hill into Wailing Woods, and there's this random dude standing there, and I hop into the cart and I shoot him with an SMG, and I'm screaming drive-by shooting. It was so funny, dude. God.
But yeah, just on my part of it, I just think that 1.5 was
Hunting was season 3.
I think it paved the way for a couple of things. I think without the ATK, we don't have that enjoyment of the quad crasher, and then the hoverboard comes in, and then the baller comes in, and then the grappler obviously is in reload right now. And whenever there's a grappler meta, it's kind of involved with the grappler itself.
Yeah.
When Grappler Blade came out in 5.1, it had the same properties. I mean, it's a grappler, so it was just I don't know. I think my love for the grappler is already what puts it up top, but I don't know. I have so many moments that season, but I think that's just on top of everything for me.
Chapter 2, season 2, favorite season of all time. I mean, the The list goes on. So many fun things. I've talked about it at length too, so I'll keep my Misty Meadow love and nostalgia chill here. The comp though was great. The only thing that people complained about consistently was the heavy snipes. The way people talk about gloves now or nitro fists or any other broken mechanic in the game, I mean, you name it. That was the thing people were so upset about, the double heavy snipe plays, things like that. But man, such a good season. Fishing was introduced, all that stuff. Super, super fun.
Was 2-2 the long season? Was that the long?
Yeah, 2-2 was really long.
Yeah.
So I was streaming with Grant the other day. He talked about it. He said 2-2 was overrated, but then we had a more in-depth discussion about it with chat, and someone in my chat said like the beginning of 2-2 was peak, but then obviously as it went on, how did you feel about the season? Like later, like how do you like hold the earlier part like higher regard to the later part, or you embrace the whole thing?
That's a good question. I loved the meta in 2-2. So the fact that it went longer to me just added to the competitive integrity of the season, because things didn't change. There wasn't any new content introduced and really new mechanics because it was such a long season. So in my eyes, it's like, I love the loot pool, I love the map, I love the comp, and it's not changing anytime soon. So the best players are going to rise to the top. The people that play the most, the people that learn the most, the people that become the most familiar with everything, the ins and outs. So the longer it went on, the more I liked it. From a content perspective, I was just like a live streamer that streamed literally random stuff. Like I just played Fortnite and streamed. I did some like back before customs were a thing. I would like allow my viewers to stream snipe me, do a countdown in chat, and then we'd all land tilted towers and stuff like that and have fun in chapter 1. But I didn't really have a content plan. It was mostly like come and watch me play. So I didn't really mind the length of the season. I know some people did though, especially from like a big content creator perspective. They thought that season was pretty dry towards the end.
Yeah, I just thought that was an interesting thing to think about.
If he thinks it's overrated, now I don't like you, Mister whoever that is. Grant, yeah, no, we're beefing. No, just joking.
I would say my nostalgia pick would have to be 1-1 because that's just that was just the absolute funnest time. But to a more recent time would be 4-3.
Really, wasn't 4-3 the wild season?
4-3 was like. Wilds was either 4-4 or 4-3, and that's the season I'm going for is Wild season. I think it might have been actually 4-4.
Really?
That was Havoc and Flapjack.
So okay, I don't want to be the enemy here, but I mean you know it as well. If you claim that's your favorite season, everyone hated Wilds, no?
Dude, yeah, there were so many people. Wilds 4-3.
Wilds
okay, it was 4-3.
Yeah, Wilds was pretty hated. I remember that. I remember people were hating on it.
Dude, no, that 4-3. Okay, so a lot of people didn't like it because the Havoc did so much damage and there were so many slurp juices on the map. Yeah. But low key for that, in my personal opinion, my skill level to the skill gap at that time, I was a lot higher than what I am now, comparatively speaking. So I was one of those players that had a lot of slurps in the Mythic Havoc every single game. So it was just I wish I could go back and get some of the clips. I 1v4'd in squads that season so frequently, just using one mag in a Mythic Havoc. And, pair it with a Flapjack where it's pretty much the Spire Rifle, basically. But it was just, God, that weapons meta was so broken.
No,
pair it with the slurps, too.
I mean, I like the mechanics of 4-3-4-4. I think the only thing I really didn't like about the Wild season was just the map had its, like, issues. Like, the Wild... I don't like you said you didn't really play much in chapter 4, right, Mike?
Not at all.
Like you don't really know much about it. Well, no, the Wild season there's like I don't really know how to describe it. Could you say it was like Dusty Divot, but literally like the whole middle of the map, basically?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you would enter a divot and like there was just like the high parts of the map. I don't know. It was a weird place to be in, and you would low-key have to rotate through there just because the slidey mud was there, right, Luke? You had to go through there a lot of times.
And see, that's whenever me and Pat were so locked in with comp. So like we played duos every single day, and like I know the meta and how to play that season better than any season I've ever played before, just because I had Pat with me, and we were trying to get good as a comp duo. And like and like I have more 20 kill duo games, and I think that was ranked that season, no?
Yeah, there was ranked. I think 4-3 was the first season ranked. But
between ranked and scrims, I had more 20 kill games in that time period than I ever currently have. Like, it's not even close, just because of Mythic Havoc and Flapjack.
No, I mean, that meta was really fun. I missed the augments, the caches. Like, I missed that whole entire vibe. I think it was a lot of fun.
The caches were... This is something else, too. I think the caches in that time period were more valuable than medallions are now.
No, when we went from the switch from caches, I mean, 5-1 was caches. So, Mike, you would know about the caches and stuff like that. So, when we went from the switch to caches to bunkers, I hated that so much.
I did too. I hated it.
Yeah. I was so mad about that change. The bunker, oh my god, especially during Nitro season, because you have to hold, you have to like stand ground, make 2x1. Like there was a meta for how you hold the thing and everything. It didn't even matter half the time because it's like you see someone come off the hill with like Nitro, they're flying in, like, and then it's just like right into the box. They're like, damn.
It's just the bunker thing, like that. In my opinion, that threw an unnecessary problem into the game. Like it was, to go for a cat, which if you knew the strat for caches in Chapter 4, you were going to get it damn near every single time. But if somebody were to try to push you and try to take your cache, it's an open box fight, like, or a build fight, whichever one you take it to. In the bunker, you're pinched. You can't go anywhere. Like, you're stuck in the bunker until one of the teams dies. Like, I just didn't like that aspect, so to speak.
Dude, it was so boring. Oh my gosh. Bunker fighting was so boring to watch.
And it took so long.
Dude.
It was so drawn out.
Like, literally one of the lowest points in comp to me in the whole chapter was watching people bunker fight. It was literally exhausting. Caches, like you said, way more exciting. Bunker fights, like, those fights would draw out 7-10 minutes in the mid game. Yeah. And it's like neither team. And once you invest 500, 600, 700 mats into that, you can't walk away from it. Like, you have to see that to its end because you just griefed yourself. So yeah, dude, I loved bunkers for pubs, but like watching comp play with bunkers, obviously you're not going to make map changes for comp and casual. So I get that, but just crazy. So bad.
And see, another thing too about the bunkers that was another reason why it drew out so long is because if a team knew somebody was fighting in the bunker, you best believe there's going to be 2 or 3 people waiting on you outside the bunker. Yep. But for me to go back a little bit more on the Chapter 4 thing, I think another reason why I like the Wild season so much was because of the lack of holdable movement. And that sounds weird, but in that time period, I was trying to learn how to be the best fragger I could be, and that prevented people from running away. Like, I don't know. That's kind of two off tangents mixed together, but I feel like they kind of somewhat tie in a little bit.
No, but yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, you had to be in the Wilds area for the mud. The mud was literally the only thing that made you move faster than walking. Mud was fun. No, I liked 4-4. I didn't really hate Wilds, but I always say this when I talk about Chapter 4. I wasn't playing for a competitive sense. I was the casual gamer in Chapter 4. So I don't know what people's thoughts were, like, oh, this meta sucks. So since you play more comp in Chapter 4 than I did, so like, I don't know. I only played it for the casual. I got back in because of JJK, so I was hollow purpling everybody, and it was kind of
I forgot about those, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for another question here, Alex Jr. asks, how do you think competitive evolved over time? I think this is a really general question, so I'm just going to answer it pretty quickly. But overall, I feel like competitive has progressed in the right direction. I think there's a reason why comp is still a global, like Fortnite is still a globally recognized like competitive game 7-8 years in. So overall, I think it's been good.
Yeah, for me, how I think competitive has evolved is just the outright fighting ability of pros now versus compared to when it just started. Like pros now, most fights are over within 30 seconds, even in trios. Like it's just that back in the day, you had a lot more, in my opinion, players back in the day were a lot more smart and made a lot better decisions. Now, people or pros can make, they don't have to make the greatest decision, but because they're really good fighters, it kind of makes up for it.
I mean, I'm kind of the weak link in this question because I didn't really like keep up with competitive in a sense and I didn't really keep up with competitive until Copenhagen, So,
Copenhagen was great.
Copenhagen. So, I mean, for me, I feel like there's like rough history for me because like I mean yeah I tuned in for World Cup, who didn't, right? But then like after that I was not aware of anything. Like people were saying like, oh, Tayson's like it's insane, but I was like, who is Tayson? Because I didn't watch comp. I was the casual of the casual. So then I came into Copenhagen. I watched Copenhagen, and then we went into chapter 5, and then I don't know. I feel like I had a great time with competitive, but I don't know. I went from that to like chapter 6 where competitive feels a little limited. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't have a big scale of like this improvement that could be seen as drastic. I just see like a lot of micro changes from what I know.
You're muted, Mike.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I agree with you there. When it comes to, here's Retro's question to the chat, and we're gonna rapid fire this because I got word from HQ that I gotta get off soon. Gotta spend some time with the wifey. You know what I'm saying? So, so rapid fire here. Are you guys going to do tournaments together? From Ernesto Gonzalez. I'm not opposed to it. I think me and Retro are gonna play some tournaments together next season. BJ, I don't know what you're at with comp. If it's duos, Retro is going to be my duo. If it's trios, I think it's going to be me, Retro, and Peace. But I'm never opposed to playing with you, Mr. BJ. So that I'm always leaving the door open for that.
I still think BJ is the best support player I've ever played with, by far.
I think just with me, I don't know. It's the same thing that you went through, Mike. I think in chapter 5, where you're like, I'm not gonna play comp unless I'm very into it, kind of thing. I feel like early chapter 6, I didn't really give it like enough attention to be like, yeah, I play competitive Fortnite and I'm proud about it. I didn't have that spark this chapter. So if competitive is to make a return to the point where it's like the culture feels right and I have a good time with it, I'd be so down. I'd definitely, without a heartbeat, like I'd be down to run it. But it's just I don't want to enter a team just to say I play competitive. I need to be there. I need to VOD review. I need to pick the ins and outs, like go through everything, or else, I'm just doing it just to do it. I'm not doing it for the love of competitive.
Like Retro, you're in for some fucking nasty VOD reviews if you trio with me. I'm just letting you know, dude. We're gonna be fucking VOD reviewing so much.
I'm ready for you to cuss me out and call me a bitch because I'm at the call or something. I'm sorry to lock in on comp.
If you could go back, this is Grant's question, aka Mako, aka King something, I think.
King of the Reef.
King of the Reef, Prince of the Reef. Yeah, King of the Reef. If you could go back to not stop playing Fortnite when you did, would you? No, absolutely not. When I stopped playing Fortnite, I was just dead with it. Beat it to the ground, and I had a toddler, or not a toddler, a baby. So like at my peak at Fortnite, I had like a 6-month-old. And if you guys, any parents out there, it's just so hard, dude. I had my baby swinging while I'm fighting like the best players in the qual rounds, or even sometimes pros, and it just like it was mind numbing and so torturous. So I think that was directed. I mean, did you guys take long breaks from Fortnite at some point?
Oh, after 2-2, I didn't play until chapter 3.
Yeah,
I think I took the longest break out of all of us. I think I stopped playing 2-1 actually. Like after 2-1, I missed complete chapter 2, aside from like a one random like show off YouTube video for funny. But like I did not play the game again until I skipped 2 and 3 basically. I didn't come back until Wild Season in 4.3.
Yeah, I 100% wish I wouldn't have stopped playing because I really and truly think I could have been an actual pro at this game if I would have stayed with it and grinded how I started in Chapter 2, but had a little bit of IRL stuff that just didn't really allow me to play games that much. But yeah, I think I could have seriously made a professional career out of Fortnite if I would have stayed with it for that whole year I was gone.
Yeah. Would you have not quit, BJ?
For me, no, I don't think so. I think I would have but no, I think I would run it back the way that I always ran it back. I think I would have been gone Chapter 2 and then come back 4.3 just because you know, that was around the time I was like COVID and then like graduating high school and then getting into like college stuff. So I don't think I would have taken it seriously in terms of a competitive sense like I do like I did in Chapter 5. So I can't say like I would have gone pro because I don't think I would have had that mindset. I don't think I would have made the switch in my head because I was always casual up until I came back. Then I was like, okay, maybe I could run it back and be a competitive player. And then secondly, obviously doing content, not just with Fortnite, but with other video games, I wouldn't have met certain people if it were for that. Yeah. So I wouldn't change it. I would do as I always did.
I would like to throw a side note. I wish I would have swapped to PC much earlier than what I did. And then that's the last little bit I've got.
And lastly, the question here comes from Cold Hippo. How are you guys doing? I love that question. Dude,
we chilling, bro.
Being almost 3 hours into our episode 2 of the pod, I'm just beyond excited, man.
We're all dedicated.
Everybody knows that I've been, at least these two know that I've been trying to do a pod for over a year now. And just like working things together, whether it was Up in the Air pod that I did before with my 2 great friends. And then I even started a channel that no one knows about called Mommy Daddy Pod, where it was me and my wife were going to do a podcast. I bought like box lights and everything, working on like a set. I bought like the camera I use now to do that. Like we were all in it. That never got off the ground. And then I pestered BJ on and off for about a year to do a pod with me. And he finally said yes. And and then, you know, Retro, as soon as I asked Retro about it, Retro was on it. But it was just, you know, it's cool to be able to hang out with people that I genuinely like. Like, I really like you guys. I got a lot of love for you guys. And it's fun to be sharing the same content space as well. You know, as a YouTuber, I say this a lot, but you can feel very lonely. You know, although you have a community, sometimes I've had upwards of 400 people in my chat, and that's great. And you might not feel lonely at that time, but 90% of the time that you're growing, you have nobody there. And then once you grow and you have people in there, it's not as lonely, but at the end of the day, it's still people that are not sharing the same physical presence with you that like a podcast could emulate. And so it's fun. It's fun.
And see, I'd like to throw on a little note. I haven't experienced that because I've always had you two that I can stream with. So I can't really speak on the 90% of the time you're lonely, but I can tell you one thing. The 10% I've probably been alone streaming. It's definitely not near as fun as whenever I have you two to go along with it.
Yeah, no. Piggybacking off what Mike said, it's a blast doing this podcast. I think anything with content, doing it with other people is always fun. Obviously, like your own content path and everything, that's you as an individual where you're going to take it. Only you can really like push where you want to be. Without your passion for whatever you want to do, you're not going to go wherever you want to be without that. But yeah, no, I mean, you know, I did content for a long time. The more people I met throughout the time that I was doing it, the more conversations I'd have. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun coming up here and talking. You know, we may disagree on a couple of takes and stuff like that, but it's fun. Like, I don't know. It's a very special bond to be able to do that with people, especially over the internet.
Yeah. And if anybody's out there that streams and makes content and you want to pick my brain about something, literally, I will help you as much as humanly possible. Like, back when Retro decided he wanted to start making more content, and I told him, dude, I will be there for you no matter what. Like, I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to sit here and like promo you every single channel and grow you through shout outs. That's not how he's going to grow. But like, if you have any questions, like I'm there for you. And dude, like I got to commend you for that. Like you've taken advantage of that and you've taken the steps to learn, become consistent, make 1%, 2% improvements every day. And when you first had that conversation with me, you had 250 subs. Now you're fucking knocking on the door of 1K, which is like a crazy accomplishment. So you should be super proud of that. And like anybody in the chat, I'm not some guru, some wizard. I'm not selling a LinkedIn course or some bullshit like that. But like, I'll fucking help you, man. I don't know it all, but I'll help you. Like I see Grant in there is talking about sometimes it's demoralizing. Fucking send me a DM, man. Like if you ever need help with anything or questions, let me know. I know BJ has too much of an ego to help anybody, but that's okay. We still love him.
Yeah, I'm gatekeeping all the hashtags I use in my shorts. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a secret hashtag right there that gives me 1K views. I'm not giving it. No, I'm kidding. That's not how that works. But imagine that's how that worked.
Well, guys, now is the time for me to go back to the retirement home. But I think it's been a good pod.
Been a great one.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys have had a good time,
10% better than the last one. Just me personally.
Hell yeah. Oh wait, now I'm sharing my chat bot. Never mind. Let's close that. Guys, this is the Reboot Round podcast. It's on YouTube right now. I'll drop the @ in the chat. We're really trying to transition the podcast onto this channel. So, I know I said this last week, but this is probably the last time it's going to be on my channel. I'm not opposed to streaming it here, but I want everybody to go to the channel where the content will mainly live. All of the VODs will be there. Like this is episode 1 right here. Once this is done, or we're done with this episode, it will be uploaded as a VOD there. And then future live streams will be there too. So in the future, I might do a live and say like, hey, at the end of this live, we're going to go stream it there. Go join us there. So don't miss out on your opportunity to catch the content, live with us, and be a part of something that we're going to start and we're going to be doing for a really, really long time. But with that being said, man, that was Reboot Round, episode 2. We love and appreciate you guys. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms we happen to be on. That's at BJPlaysPC on YouTube and Twitch, at InHocRetro on YouTube, and at PC Retro on Twitch, and at GoLiveMike on YouTube and Twitch, and OnlyFans. Any closing thoughts, guys?
Chat, y'all just get ready for next week.
Yeah. Hey, chat. Looking forward to the next one and looking forward to the rest of the podcast. I mean, there's a lot of fun. So we'd love to have you guys along with the ride and get to know us a lot better too. And we will get to know you guys a lot more too as this podcast goes on. So very excited.
How much is the subscription? $69. Peace out, guys.
Oh.